Hello and welcome everybody to Game 2 of Union versus Bryan College baseball matchup. Um, we'll get our starting lineups out of the way. For Union, leading off, we've got Diego Clariot at second base. Batting second, we have Colton Stegman in center field. Batting third, we have Sebastian Flores at shortstop. Batting fourth, Aaron Barrea, at catcher. Batting fifth, Logan Romasanta at left field. Batting sixth, Mason Kelly in first base. Batting seventh, Luke Pell in right field. Designated hitter Nathan McCabe at batting eighth. Batting ninth, we have Sammy Serrano at third base. And on the mound for Union, we have Carter Finlay. Starting lineups for Bryan College, we got Tyler Colin at first base. Bryson Lofton batting second at third base. Designated hitter Darwin Gregg batting third. Batting fourth, Dante Morton at shortstop. Batting fifth, Bradley Prince Jr. at catcher. Batting sixth, Daniel Dryden in center field. Batting seventh, Devin Ogg in left field. Batting eighth, Cade Cook in right. Batting ninth at second base, Cade Cahoon. And on the mound for the Lions, we have David Walker. Leading off for Union, we've got Diego Clariot. And the first pitch nearly hits him just in front of his face. And I've got a guest co-host with me today. Drew was with us last game doing the play-by-play. I've got me doing play-by-play this game, and our co-host, we've got Owen Naparowski, our regular catcher. How you doing, Owen?
I'm good, Avery. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Feels great outside.
Appreciate you having me out. Beautiful night.
Yeah, best weather we've had for baseball this season.
Absolutely, without a doubt. It's a great night here at center field.
And third pitch is going to be popped back, nearly hits a couple of cars. It's going to roll around the gravel lot we got behind us. A 1-2 count now on Clariot. And we got David Walker, sixth-year senior. Well, and then we got a fly ball to center field. Center fielder drifting in, and he'll make a routine catch for out number one.
Good start there for David.
Good start for David. So what kind of pitch mix does David have? I know you're one of his regular catchers, usually the regular catcher.
So David, he's got a couple fastballs. He's got his four-seam fastball. Usually it's about, when he's on, he's hitting about 90, 92. He can touch 93. He's been up to a 4 maybe. He's also got his two-seam fastball. It's a little bit slower, but more arm side run. Being a righty, it runs in on right-handed batters. His breaking ball, his go-to pitch is a slider. Absolutely nasty pitch from D-Walk when that thing is on. That thing moves across the plate. In the fall, I've swung at that pitch before it's even made it to the plate. That's how gross that thing is. And his fourth pitch, sorry, David's got a changeup as well that he will mix in occasionally to both righties and lefties.
Yeah, and he's been one of the main guys this season. He's been that before. Looking to make what is probably a sixth start, I would say.
So.
I think this season, yeah. A bit of a rough outing last time, but in the Milligan series. But Milligan's, I would say, the best team we've played.
Milligan was a very good team.
They were their pitching was together.
They're all around, I thought.
Yeah.
Pitching was good.
Pitching was good. Yeah.
That lineup, too, from top to bottom
Yeah.
was tough out. David's a very good pitcher, too, so anytime you're able to put up a bunch of runs against him or get his pitch count up, get him out of the game early, that must be a good team
We got
there.
a fly ball to center field. Dryden drifting over, and he'll make another routine catch for out number 2. That was Colton Stegman, the number 2 batter for Union, now the second out. And batting third for Union, we've got Sebastian Flores, the shortstop, coming in with 2 outs already.
Here we go.
And we were talking between games whether or not we thought lineups would change. We got Devin Ogg in left in for Jackson Smith. He's a freshman, right? Jackson Smith?
Yeah, true freshman,
Yeah.
Jackson Smith.
That was his second outing, I believe, of
Yeah.
the year.
Made his first college start ever, actually, in Cumberland on the road. Hit a bomb in his second AB, I believe. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. First college game, first college home run, and got the start in game 1. I've been very impressed with Jackson.
Yeah, he's
Very
been
good
hitting
swing.
really well recently.
Like, young, athletic, coming out of high school, very nice swing. He can pitch, too. He hasn't pitched yet this spring. I don't know if we'll see him on the mound, but he did come in to Bryan as a two-way player.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an impressive guy. There's a couple other guys like that this year. We've got Stradley, who's also pretty impressive as a freshman.
I think Nice pitch, David.
And there's a strikeout number 3 on Flores
Attaboy,
for
D-Walk.
the third out of the first inning. So we'll be back in the bottom of the first inning with the Lions coming up to take the lead, them up to bat. We'll be back in the bottom of the first on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the Lions, we have Tyler Cullen, first baseman. And on the mound for Union, we've got Carter Finlay, a right-handed pitcher, I believe. And the first pitch is popped up down the left side. It's going to be in play. Left fielder coming in to shallow, and he'll make a catch for out number 1. Just one pitch, one out, pretty quick. Being aggressive early, though. I don't hate that.
Nope, not at all. That's our approach as hitters. We're looking to do damage early in the count. Sometimes that's just baseball right there.
Yep. Now, it seems, based on his stats, Finlay seems to be more of a strikeout pitcher. He's pitched 6 innings, just over 6 innings, and got 10 Ks, which is a little higher than average. And next pitch, we got Bryson Lofton up to bat, and the first pitch to him is an off-speed. It looked like a slider and a swing and miss from Lofton. I don't blame him for not throwing a fastball to Lofton.
Oh, not at all. I'd be scared to pitch to this guy, too.
Although that looked like one. Next pitch is right at Lofton's chest, and for a called strike 2. An 0-2 count now on him. And a swing and a miss. Sound like a foul tip. Was a foul tip. Catcher did not. Catcher did hold on to it. And that'll be out number 2. Strike 3 on Lofton. Batting next for the Lions, we have Darwin Gregg, the designated hitter.
Quick start here for Union, but let's see if Darwin can get something going.
Darwin's due on the day.
I agree.
And a ball at Darwin's eyes that he turns and grounds down the left field foul line. Looks like he's trying to be a little more aggressive. 0-1 count now on Darwin.
Yeah, that's the first 3 hitters now, I believe, that I've swung at the first pitch.
Yeah. Do they have a meeting? Do you think they told him to just start swinging more often?
Oh, we definitely had meetings. I'm not sure what was said exactly, but us being aggressive, us having an aggressive approach, that's not a surprise at all.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Be ready to swing at the first pitch. Yeah. Darwin, he's still batting, as of last game, prior to last game, he was batting .308. So he's got a good average on the season so far. Obviously, Lofton being well above pretty much everybody else with batting around .460. And
Bryson, Bobo is in a league of his own.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that over the last couple of years.
Dante's been hot over the last couple of weeks, too. I think he's been batting over 500 in the last couple series overall, which is impressive. The 2-2 pitch is going to be fouled for it'll remain 2-2. Foul tipped just off the catcher's mitt. He almost caught it. Darwin looking for his first hit of the day. His last at bat, he was hit by pitch in a tight scenario where Bryan blew the doors open. We scored 6 runs that inning where he got hit by pitch and the next guy up hit I think it was like a 2 RBI double. What was it? Dante got a big hit right after he got hit, I believe. No, it wasn't Dante. It was guy behind Dante.
That would have been whoever pinch hit for Brad then.
I think
We're
that was Devin, I believe.
Devin's home run, yes.
Yes.
Devin Nogg's home run.
And the next pitch is a swing and miss for out number 3. That's it for the bottom of the first inning. Still 0-0. We'll be back in the top of the second with Union up to bat and Walker back on the mound on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back for the top of the second inning. Leading off for Union, we got Aaron Barea. Overall, a pretty quick first inning for both pitchers. Walker only threw 13 pitches. I didn't check what they threw 11 pitches for Union, so a pretty quick inning. A lot of contact. Guys being aggressive early.
Yep, a lot of swings early in the count, aggressive approaches. We'll see if that continues for the rest of the game.
It's hard to see it being a more before that,
off the
hard
bag.
hit ball. Yeah, grounder off of the third base bag, hops out of Lofton's reach. An awkward play for him, and the Barea is going to round first and head to second for a stand-up double off of David Walker. That was just an awkward play overall. Hard hit straight into the bag. Now, it was out of reach of Lofton, but I don't think it would have. Probably would still have been a double down the line where it was.
Probably would have still been a double. Did take a funny bounce off the bag, but
yeah. It hopped down the fence instead of staying down the line, so it would have been easier to reach. There might have been a play, I would argue. Probably still a double. There would have been a throw to second, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
But leadoff double for Union. Batting next, we've got Logan Romasanta. Let's see.
Showing bunt right
here.
He's
the left fielder. Yeah, showing bunt. It's going to land fair and then bounce out foul.
Heads up play by Brad there, letting that ball go foul.
Yeah, good job. That would have been a hard play if he'd had to field it. Runner would have been at third. I'm not sure he could have gotten out at first at that point because it stayed in the air for so long.
That's a veteran move right there.
Yeah. What year is Brad? Do you remember? Is he?
I believe Brad is a senior. I think a fifth year
yeah.
senior.
We got a lot of guys past fourth year seniors. A lot of them be gone next year, which is interesting to think about. Half the regular lineup, I think.
Yeah.
Has been here for a while.
A lot of new faces on the field next year for the Bryan Lions, that's for sure.
And a pickoff back to second. Neither the runner nor the shortstop was quite ready for it. Them getting back at the same time. He almost hit the runner on that throw. Just missed his arm for Dante to catch it. Still an 0-1 count on Romasanta.
Showing bunt again here.
Another showing bunt. And the pitch from Walker right underneath his bat. called it a foul tip off of his bat, and that'll be strike number 2. 0-2 now on Roma Santa.
Tyler Cullen, the first baseman, backs up after that one with 2 strikes. Unlikely the batter will be squaring around here.
Yeah, he has to put it in play. Another pickoff. This time, second baseman heading over to cover. Yeah, we got Dante backed up right in the middle of his area. Not bothering to be near second. Obviously, it's a righty batter, but he covered the first pickoff, and now he's preparing for contact.
Now second baseman Cade's holding the runner over there. Did he go?
Did he go? He did not go. 1-2 count. Ooh.
I think Mac does not agree with that call.
Mac does not agree with that call. I believe I heard him say that was a full swing.
A lot of different opinions out there right now.
Yeah, a lot of people yelling, making their voices known. Dugout was not happy with the call, but it is 1-2 on Roma Santa. Still Walker ahead in the count. And the pitch inside, ball 2, just off the plate.
I will say, though, that's what you like to see as a player. Your coach sticking up for you, sticking up for D-Walk there. Probably should have been a strikeout, but
yeah,
having a coach who has your back, that's always solid, and that's the kind of guy Mac is. So.
Yeah, and we've had a couple of bad calls today that have been overturned. That one's popped back over the net. It's going to land down the hill from us. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, a couple calls in the last game that we had to get overturned, but we got John over there in the booth, making sure we don't miss a play. 2 for 2.
Johnny V.
2 for 2 on the replays or on overturn. So.
Ooh. And the next pitch is at the batter's eyes. Nearly hit him in the helmet. And that's going to put a runner on third base. He's going to move over from the wild pitch. It was out of reach of Brad behind the plate. And the count runs full with that, too. Full count on Roma Santa. Runner at third, no outs. Walker probably looking for a strikeout here. I mean, he's probably looking the whole time, but in this case, you don't want to put it in play. Oh, and that one just misses the plate, doesn't get the call from the umpire, and we'll have first and third, no outs now on the walk. Batting next for Union, we've got Mason Kelly, their first baseman. First and third, no outs for him. David Walker, veteran pitcher, coming in a tight spot now in the inning. Double play would be fantastic here. Probably would score a run, and there's a big swing and a miss on a slider.
There's that slider.
The infamous, is it a sweeper, would you call it?
I'd say it's a slider.
Just a slider.
Slider.
Does it have more vertical than what you would call a sweeper?
I'd say more horizontal, I'd say.
Well, I mean, sweeper being very horizontal, is it a little more vertical compared to that, to call it just a slider, or do you just call them all sliders?
No, I think David Walker's pitch is a true slider.
Okay.
I would say. Not a lot of drop on it.
Yeah.
That thing just takes off towards his glove side there.
The next pitch was, I believe, was a called strike, was a swing I didn't see, but 0-2 now. And a swing and miss for strike 3. First out of the inning is a strikeout. And now ball on the ground, that could put us out of the inning, double play.
That's exactly what we needed right there.
Yeah.
David Walker, big strikeout pitcher. Gets the big-time strikeout.
It's a big spot in the inning to get a strikeout. And that was their 6-hole batter. Now batting the right fielder, we've got Luke Pell. He hit a solo shot last game. Sorry, what did you say?
Apologize for that. David tried to pick off the runner over there. Just got his hand in there, just safe, but quick move from David.
We've seen a lot of good pickoffs this season, too. Early on, it was a little frustrating once or twice where we got the pickoff but didn't get the out. Got a guy caught in a rundown. But we've had a lot of good pickoffs and a lot of righties that can pick off to first really well.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys who hold runners well. They're quick to the plate, and they're quick when trying to get the runner. It helps. As a catcher, I will say it helps when trying to shut down the run game there.
Yeah. Makes it easier for you to get a throw down a second if they're not getting as much of a jump as they would have.
Absolutely. I need all the help I can get, and those guys make it easy for me.
0-1 count.
Oh.
Slider outside. Runner going. He's being very slow on it. He's caught between the rundown. Runner's going home. They're going to get the out at second at the expense of allowing the first run to score.
Bit of a delayed steal
Yeah,
there.
delayed steal. I think he slowed down to get them to
Yeah.
go after him and let the run score. But it looks like they were willing to take the out for a run score to get out of the inning sooner. Just a 1-0 game. Nothing they can't overcome.
Hey, we had to score anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, 0-0, you got to score regardless. At that point, you'll just tie the game now. But 1-1 count on Pell and a called strike 2. Now 2 outs on him, so a strikeout ends the inning. We don't have to look for a double play or anything like that. Bad contact would also get us out of the inning. That one's above the zone for ball 2. So one question I've had, I don't know if you know why. So Lofton was playing first for the beginning of the season. Why did he end up over at third?
Yeah, so Bobo's a versatile player. He can play a lot of different positions around the infield.
Oh, before that, we got a called strike 3 for the third out of the inning.
We can get back to that.
We'll get back to that in the bottom of the second inning when the lines are up to bat about why Lofton's over at third base. We'll be back in the bottom of the second inning on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back for the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Lions, we have Dante Morton, the shortstop. We've had a few leadoff home runs this season. Leadoff inning, I think Darwin's got 2 of his own, I think are both leadoff home runs, where he's led off an inning with it. Be great to see one here by Dante. He just missed one last game.
Absolutely. Dante's got a lot of power. You wouldn't expect it initially looking at him, but Dante is extremely athletic, one of the fastest guys on the team, one of the strongest guys on the team. He has just as much power as anybody in the lineup. One of our best hitters.
You don't see it when looking at his build, but he's got a lot of pop.
A lot of bat speed. Very quick at the plate. Like, also does not swing and miss a lot.
No, he doesn't.
Makes a lot of contact. Makes a lot of hard contact too, which is great to see. All around, Dante's a very, very good baseball player.
2-1 count on Dante after a swinging strike 1. We got a ground over to the left side. Caught on the second hop by the third baseman. Throw over to first will be just in time to get Dante for out number 1 of the inning. 4-pitch at bat for Dante. Batting after, we have... My stat sheet will update.
That looks like Brad.
Things weren't working. It does look like Brad. Yeah, Bradley Prince, starting catcher, batting after Dante. On the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Oh, and back to what we were saying before. Speaking of athletic players, so why is Lofton over at third base?
So, our team's very athletic. We have a lot of guys on the infield and the outfield who can play multiple positions. When we started off, we had Bobo over at first. He did have a couple of injuries, I think, that he was nursing, but nothing that he can play through. He's a very tough guy out there. But with Tyler Cullen being at first, with Bobo being at third, having TC over at first gives us like another shortstop out there, because K can play middle infield. Dante can play all positions on the infield. Danny Marquez is another guy. We have a ton of depth on this team, especially on the position player side, where we can just put guys in different spots. So early in the year, trying to get certain guys in the lineup, we had Bobo at first. With how the season's progressed, with guys playing well, guys not playing well, we've just been moving. Because obviously Bobo's a guy you're not going to take out of the lineup.
No,
so
he's going to hit.
Absolutely. He's going to hit. He's going to play well. You need to find a spot for him on the field. Third base is what he's most comfortable with. And I think that's just what ended up working out, because TC didn't start off in the first couple games of the year, I want to say.
Mhm.
But then, or no, he did. I'm sorry about that. But he ended up being our everyday first baseman.
Yeah. Yeah, Lofton started at first early on. I think he was dealing with maybe shoulder troubles at the beginning of the season, something along
Something
those
like that.
lines.
Nothing that is preventing him or affecting him now, but
Yeah, while we were talking about that, we had a grounder down the first base line, fielded by first base, toss to the catcher for out number 2 on that was Brad. And batting right now, we have Daniel Dryden, center fielder for the Lions. He's had a lot of work in the last game, a lot of hits to center field.
absolutely. Dryden's plate approach last game was very good too.
Mhm.
Seeing a lot of pitches, taking a lot of close pitches, getting himself into good counts, taking good swings.
Speaking of that, we're in a 3-1 count now for Dryden after he took a pitch just off the plate. So very much a hitter's count, 2 outs for him. Let's see what he does with it. That'll miss inside for ball 4. And now
Another walk for Dryden,
another walk, fast guy.
and another
Great
good
guy
at
to
bat.
have on.
Another
And a
good
what?
at bat for Dryden. Another good at bat for Dryden.
Yes, another good at bat. Talked over you a bit. That's on me.
It's all right. We'll figure this thing out.
We got 2 outs, runner on first. Batting next, we have Devin Ogg, the left fielder for the Lions. He had a clutch hit last game. Big home run, put us well ahead after I believe we had just taken the lead, and then he cleared the bags to put a new pitcher on the mound.
Yes, that's right. That's right. He did. Devin Ogg and hitting clutch home runs. That's just what he does. He did it last year, I believe, against CIU, where he hit a grand slam to left center. Comes off the bench. Last game in a big situation, hits a
remember that.
3-run bomb to left.
He's fun to watch hit.
Absolutely. Fun guy to be around. Great teammate. Great hitter as well. He actually was leading our team in home runs in the fall before he unfortunately got injured. We played like a couple weekends, I want to say, and then obviously Bobo's going to pop off. But
Yeah.
Devin had 3 home runs as well, and then unfortunately he got had an injury that took him out for a good part of the fall. But
Yeah.
he's always been a good hitter for as long as I've seen him.
I assume that's why he didn't start beginning of the season, because he hadn't gotten to play much in the fall. We had guys who were fairly hot at the plate. But he's been good in all of his appearances this season. Now he's started a few games now in left field, filling in. It's been great to watch him hit. I actually need to check. He's hit a few home runs this season.
That might have been his first one of the year. The one that he
That
hit.
one just now?
Yes.
Runner going to second on a pass ball. Ball 4, actually. So it didn't really matter. Now we got first and second, 2 outs, and Cade Cook up to bat. Speaking of clutch home runs, he had a big one early on in the season. I believe he's got 3 or 4. I think he has 3 now on the season, but his first one was a loud one. It was a game-tying home run. Was his in the 9th inning? I think his was.
The 9th or the 10th. I remember what you're talking about against
Yeah,
IU Southeast.
I think it was the 10th. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
last inning of the game. He tied the game after they had just taken a 1-run lead. And then immediately after, we had a walk-off dribbler down the third base line.
That was a crazy game.
It was, yes. It was cold, too. I remember that very well. But, yeah, his first home run was big. Now a chance for him to maybe not hit a home run. That would be awesome, but at least score a run. We got a runner in scoring position. 2 outs on the board. And the pitch off the plate and up for ball 1. I think a lot of people agree. I think Cade solidified a starting spot when he hit that game-tying home run
Oh, yeah.
back at the beginning of the season. And the next pitch, off speed in for strike 1. Looks like some kind of curveball. I can't quite tell.
Yeah, after Cook hit that home run against IU Southeast, he hit a couple more later on. He hit one in Louisiana, and then he hit another one when we were in Virginia when we played Bluefield. So Cook's a great hitter, and our lineup, you're only allowed 9 guys out there, but our lineup or our offense runs so deep that there's a bunch of guys waiting in the wings, waiting for an opportunity.
And they can all hit home runs.
They can all hit. Every single one of us.
2-1 pitch off the plate. Run the count 3-1. Will you raise your mic just a little bit? It's pointed at your chin, so stop. Just a little bit. All right, 3-1 count on Cade Cook. Batters count back-to-back 3-1s, I believe, and that one's in the dirt. Another wild pitch in the dirt for ball 4 for back-to-back at bats.
Bases loaded for our captain. Here we go.
Batting next for the Lions, we have Cade Cahoon, second baseman this game. He's been all around the field, I believe. Has he not, Cade?
Oh, yeah.
He's been in a few different spots I've seen, but 2 outs, bases loaded for Cahoon. Technically the bottom of the lineup, but it doesn't feel like it, especially after last game. It really just feels like an early top of the lineup. Getting back into it after him, we've got TC and Bryson Lofton to follow up.
Absolutely. There are no easy outs in this Bryan lineup.
Mm-mm.
From 1 to 9, this team is deep.
And a foul tip, just foul, rolling over. That's going to be an 0-2 count.
Speaking of being all over, Cade's just another guy that we have on the team that I was mentioning earlier who can play every position on the field. We've had him in the outfield. We've had him at every position on the infield. And even in the fall, he was a guy who got up on the mound through some innings, too. So a lot of athletic utility guys on this Bryan roster.
That one's in for a called strike 3. That's the 3rd out of the inning, and that's it. No runs scored. We had no hits. We had bases loaded, no hits. And we'll be back in the top of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Union. We'll have Union up to bat. Walker back on the mound. We'll be back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back top of the 3rd inning. Lions back on the field. Union up to bat. We got leading off for Union, Nathan McCabe or McCabe. I'm not sure which. I probably should ask them. But we have Nathan up to bat. Walker back on the mound. Walker's been very good so far. And the first pitch is a half swing, either called strike 1 or calling a swing, one of the two. But 0-1 count. Walker only throwing 30 pitches so far, first 2 innings, fairly clean. Gave up 1 run, but on a fielder's choice where they chose to get a run down and get the second out rather than stop the run. But Walker's been good so far. He's looked good. He's been in the zone. He hasn't been walking guys.
Been throwing a lot of strikes. Got that zip on that fastball.
He's at 3 strikeouts. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
Great pitch, David.
Yeah, painted on the outside corner. 1-2 count now. I'm going to say McCabe, Nathan McCabe. That one's popped up and back to the left side. I lost it. There it is. Lands in the road. It'll bounce up the hill. Remains a 1-2 count. And the pitch from Walker. In for a called strike 3. Great pitch by Walker. Was that his slider? What pitch was that?
That looked like his slider.
It moved for sure. Regardless, that'll be 4th strikeout for Walker for out number 1 of the 3rd inning. Now at the 9 hole in the Union lineup, we have Sammy Serrano, the 3rd baseman, coming in with 1 out, nobody on. The first pitch is fouled back into the net for strike 1. Oh, 1 count on Serrano. The next pitch is off the plate in the lefty box, 1-1. Now, who do you think? This is probably a hard question to answer, just because there's a lot of options. When Walker finishes his outing, who do you think's coming in first?
Hmm. Let's see, we used Tev and
Yep.
Sam.
Yep. And Sam pitched great
Sam
last game.
pitched really
That
good.
was the best I've seen him. He looked fantastic out there.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, that happened really quickly, but to break it down, a weird, ugly swing. Ball nearly hits the batter, but he gets his bat around to it and grounds it up to the pitcher, and Walker picks it up and jogs over to first to get the second out of the inning. That's one I'm going to want to see a replay of.
I do too. David made him look silly.
The batter looked silly on that swing for sure.
That just goes to show you what kind of stuff that David has.
He fooled him on what was that, a fastball that ran in?
Fastball. In on the thumbs. He's probably going to be missing those later. And,
Yeah.
of course, David just fields it.
He's going to feel that.
First.
0-1 count. We have Diego Clariot, leadoff batter for Union, up to his second at-bat of the game.
Well, after David, with it being a 7-inning game, I could see Allman being probably, if it's a close game,
Yeah.
if it's anything close at all, I expect Jacob Allman to be the next one out there.
And he'll do long relief, too. He doesn't
Yeah.
just come in for one outing. I've seen him do 2 outings in one day. That was what he did the first series.
Yep. That's how when we opened the season up against Rio.
Yeah, that was a crazy outing for Allman.
Allman can give us 2, 3, 4 innings out of the bullpen.
I think that day he was at 6 innings total that day. I think he pitched like 3 innings both games.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was either like 100 total pitches, and just he kept going. He was a workhorse that part in the season. We got 1-2 count. I'll bring that back. I found a replay of the ugly swing earlier. But 1-2 count. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll be out number 3.
That might have been the changeup.
That whatever it was, he completely fooled him on it. It didn't move like the slider. It probably was.
David is fired up coming off the mound, as he should be.
He looked great this inning. That was 9 pitches. Yeah, 9 pitches on the inning. So a great turnaround. He was at 15 an inning, so he sped it up, got nothing out of them, and
2 strikeouts and then the ball back to the mound?
Yep.
Is that
So
what
he's
happened? Yeah, absolutely dominant. Inning
dominant.
Right there
He is
from
at
David.
5 strikeouts now over 3 innings. He looks great. And that's it for the top of the 3rd inning. We'll be back in the bottom of the 3rd. Lions up to bat in the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back bottom of the 3rd inning. Scoreboard hasn't updated yet. Leading off for the Lions, we have the top of the order back up for their 2nd time around. We got Tyler Cullen, followed by Bryson Lofton, Darwin Gregg, Dante Morton, the first 4 up this inning. That's a scary part of the lineup, hence why they're the leadoff part of the lineup. But we have a new pitcher on the mound for Union. I don't have his name quite yet. Nope, it's in now. Braylon Green, a lefty pitcher coming in for Union. And a foul back nearly hits the light pole. That will land up the hill by the trees. Braylon Green, a freshman. He's made 5 appearances this season. Total of 10 innings pitched. And another foul tip back for strike 2. 0-2 count on Colin. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Looked like a curveball or some sort of off-speed pitch there.
He got something, it looked like it was in the dirt. Got him swinging at it. That'll be the first out of the inning. Batting next, Bryson Lofton, third baseman for the Lions. You can never ignore the kind of hitter Lofton is. Batting 460 or something like that right now. And the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1.
I'm almost certain that whenever another team comes to play us, the first name that they're looking at is Bobo's in the lineup, figuring out where he is and how to probably avoid him.
Avoid him, pitch around him. Milligan did really well last week on the swing and miss for strike 2. Looked like a curveball. Started up in the zone, came back down. 1-2 count on Lofton. But Milligan last week, you could tell they respected Lofton. Because he had, well, before that, this one's in the dirt in the lefty-righty batter's box for 2-2. But he came in, and it was bases loaded, like 1 out, no outs. And they put in a lefty pitcher who just faced him. They got the strikeout, and then they pulled the lefty pitcher even though he just gotten out. And we got a grounder over to the right side that will land foul.
I think another point in that weekend, too, Bobo even had an intentional walk. And
yeah,
in the rest of his plate appearances, you could tell that they were trying to pitch around him.
They weren't giving him much to hit. Now, he still hit a home run early in the series in Game 1, I believe. And then after that, we got a hard hit ball to center field. Center fielder going back. That ball's hammered. He will stop at the warning track. He'll catch it right before running into the fence. That ball was hit hard. But center field's not where you want to hit it on this field.
Nope, that's the wrong part to hit it to. Another hard hit ball off the bat by Bobo. Yep. Fortunately, that one gets caught, but
I thought for a second the way he was stumbling, it was either going to drop or it was going to go out. Really hoping, but not that one. Pulls that to any part of the field, it's long gone.
Yep, like we said, the wrong part of the field, unfortunately.
Oop. And the next pitch to Darwin Gregg is inside, nearly hits him, having to get out of the way. A 1-0 count to Darwin. And the next pitch is outside for ball 2, no strikes. I have a feeling pitcher's going to attack the zone here. That one's just above 3-0. But, yeah, taking a second to calm down, wipe off his hand. We got 2 outs, just had a couple of contact for a strikeout and then hard contact. I imagine he'll attack the zone. We got a hard hit ball, liner down the left side. That will drop in for a single for Darwin. His first hit of the day.
Darwin's swinging there, 3-0, but that's the kind of guy you want.
Yep.
If you're going to get a free fastball, you want Darwin to swing at it.
Yeah. Darwin's been looking for his hit, and he knew that was a fastball coming in, either a strike or he was going to get walked regardless. Batting next, we have Dante Morton. 2 outs, runner on first. That's a high and out pitch just within reach of the catcher. That gets past. We got a runner at second. A 1-0 count on Morton. And that one's in for a called strike 1. Yeah, we've been bombarded with bugs today. Got my co-host over here waving around. The other Drew, who was coasting with me earlier, he got hit in the eye by one of the bugs.
Oh.
Went straight for him, one of the gnats. He said he'd never had that happen before. Got a 1-1 count on Morton. And the pitch inside, I believe that, yep, that hits him in the side. That's another free base for Morton. This one less free than some of the others. Are they calling him back? Is he saying it didn't hit him?
Oh, they are calling him back, really?
We got Mac coming over from the third base side to go talk with the home plate umpire. He's had lots of reasons to talk with the umpires today.
Oh, without a doubt.
And umpires are going to meet for the 3rd time this doubleheader to discuss a call made. I mean, it sounded like it hit him.
I thought it hit him. Maybe it bounced and got him on the bottom of the cleat there. Dante certainly thought it hit him, but...
And they will confirm the call. He's staying at the plate. So that will just be a ball. Make it 2-1.
And a wild pitch there.
And a wild pitch.
Darwin moves up to second.
Yep. Darwin stays at second base, but it was not a walk. Darwin could have taken third probably then. But, nobody can think about that at the moment. We thought it was a hit by pitch.
Everyone thought it was a dead ball.
Yeah.
Except for the 3 guys on the field, but that's how it goes.
3 guys in a different uniform. 2-1 count on Morton. And that one's fly ball to center field. Hit pretty well. Center fielder coming over and in. And he will make the catch on the run for out number 3. That will end it for the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll be back with Union up to bat in the top of the 4th on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the 4th inning. Union back up to bat. Walker remains on the mound. He's been good so far. Just 44 pitches so far through 3 innings, under 15 an inning. We got Colton Stegman up for his 2nd at bat of the game, and the first pitch is in for a ball 1. Stegman 0 for 1, no strikeouts the first game, or this game. And a double check back to the first game. And another called ball, 2-0. That one's above the zone for ball 3. A 3-0 count now on Stegman. You can assume this will be a fastball coming in. And just misses above the zone. That was a lot closer. But that will be ball 4. So leadoff runner will be walked. Going over to first. Let's see. This is Stegman. Last game he was 2 for 4. 2 runs scored, a walk. So he's been fairly productive today. And then he's leadoff walk there.
See if David can get a ground ball here for a double play.
That would be great. We got Flores, Sebastian Flores. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And there's a fly ball to right field going down the line. Looks like it'll land fair. And it is caught by Cade Cook for out number 1. A great play by Cade.
Great play by Cade. No fear there, running towards the fence in foul territory. Bumped into the fence there, too.
He did.
Actually.
He had to cover a lot of area to get to it, too. He was shifted pretty far over for the righty batter. And he managed to get the edge of the grass, actually, right before our gravel is where he makes the catch and then runs into the fence. And then he makes sure to get it in quickly because the runner could have tagged up.
Very good play all around.
Now, 1 out. This is Aaron Barea. He's 1 for 1 this game. Ground ball double play would end the inning here, not just be 2 outs, which would be fantastic.
Yep, now we're 1 pitch away.
0-1 count on Barea.
Big lead over there at first.
Yep.
David.
And he spikes the throw over to first base. First baseman going over to get it. He's taking a round at third. He's rounding at second. Throw to third. A great throw. It was in time, but he's not able to hold onto it and make the tag. And the runner will be safe at third. We can't have every great play. It happens.
We cannot. Great recovery there by TC to get the ball in
Mhm.
quick. Put that throw there on a line
It
too.
was a
and
it was a good throw, and Lofton just missed the catch and tag. I think he was a little anxious to get the tag in.
I think that runner bumped into him just a little bit
He
there.
might have, yeah.
Probably had something to do with
It
that.
looked like he knocked him over.
Yeah.
So, but we've made some great plays. Lofton had a highlight reel just a few days ago from Milligan, and it happens. We don't always make great plays.
Oh yeah. Bobo's been blowing up on social media with that behind the back flip he had
Yeah.
against Milligan.
It was impressive. A 1-1 count on Aaron Barea. Now runner at third. Double play won't in the inning. No double play option. Not the easy one, at least. Next pitch will hit him, I think, in the shoulder or the upper arm at least.
Might have been a changeup or slider that got away from David there, but
something missed up. It looked like it came back.
yeah.
So I would guess changeup on that.
On the bright side, though, for Lions, that does set up a double play opportunity for
That
us.
does set us back up. That also is the guy who has the most hits for them, I believe, today, Barea. I can double check that. Barea was 3 for 5 the first game. He's 1 for 1 this game. So yeah, that was their best hitter of the day. So
Well-
he's on base, but no chance to do more than that.
Yeah, we're not saying that was on purpose, but David's playing chess and we're playing checkers.
And this is Logan Romasanta at the plate. He's 0 for 0 on this game. So I assume he was walked in his last at bat. And Romasanta was 1 for 5 this game. Or last game, excuse me. So 1-0 count. We got a pinch runner over at first.
Got him.
And he's going to be picked off, the pinch runner.
Can't fall asleep with David. On the
No,
mound.
you can't.
He's way too quick out there.
His first pickoff wasn't a great throw, but he still got the move. He's got a great move, and he just had to make the throw that time. That's a little bit embarrassing if you're a pinch runner coming in for a guy, and then you get picked off the next play.
Yeah, it's not the best look there, but we will take that, absolutely.
That is Jafari Williams, who came in as a pinch runner. I didn't have a chance to say his name before he got picked off. Still a 1-0 count on Romasanta. Now 2 outs. Strikeout ends the inning, which is, for Walker, probably best case scenario. He's got 5 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Doesn't yet have one this inning. Could find his 6th one right here. Although a 2-0 count right now. And there's the first strike. 2-1.
Great pitch there by D-Walk. Way to get back in the zone after falling behind.
And what would you be calling here? 2-1 righty batter. What do you think you would call for him?
I guess they went with the slider on that pitch.
Fly ball, shallow right field. Second baseman over. He will make the catch for out number 3. And a little bit of interesting base running, but no damage done. No
D-Walk's on a
hits.
roll. This is his
Yeah,
game for
Walker's
sure.
been still very efficient on the inning. That is, I think that'll put us at around 55 pitches total for him. Still, I think that's about 11 pitches an inning for Walker. No,
Excellent efficiency then, if that's the case.
is this is the top of the 4th, isn't it?
Yeah, that would have been the 4th then.
So it is. It's still around. It's still less than 15.
In a 7-inning game, that's still pretty good.
He's still doing well. He'll come back in for the 5th, I'm sure. But no damage done. Base runner, no hits for Walker. Still a 1-0 game. We'll be back just briefly for the bottom of the 4th and the Bryan Lions Radio Network. He flew out. He just missed that one, though. Oh, yep. And we are back for the bottom of the 4th inning. We were just talking briefly between innings. It looks like we will have Danny Marquez pinch hitting for Bradley Prince Jr., the catcher. So after Danny, we'll have Dryden and Ogg. So a pretty good 3 coming through. And a hard hit ball just over the shortstop, a liner. That'll be in for a leadoff single for Danny.
Love to see that for Danny. And that's just what he does. He gets a pitch in the zone early in the count. He looks to do damage. Nice barrel there to left field. And
Yep. just out of reach of the shortstop, probably a foot above his glove.
Looks like Brad will be checking back into the game to run here.
Wait, can they
Oh.
then? Can they courtesy run for
I
him?
believe so. Now that Brad is back in the game, he should be allowed a courtesy runner with it being the catcher.
Yeah.
Brad just re-entered in the game.
Yeah, Brad is
for
back in on the base
Daniel-
pads. I'm
Daniel
wondering,
Lopez.
maybe he's just actually going to run this time.
It looks like that looks like it's the case there. Brad will be running for himself.
We can't hear you again. Your mic is off center.
Whoops. Hold that.
Let's get it right there.
Okay, let's see that. Let's see how
Okay, I
that
can hear you
works.
now. I'll turn you up just a little bit just in case. It looked like it was slipping down.
Okay.
All right, 0-1 count. This is on Dryden. This one's in the dirt, nearly hits him.
Nice
Runner
block
will
there.
not go. Yeah, good block by the catcher. He was a little excited from that play. Good block by the catcher to keep it in front of him, and then he threw it a foot away from the pitcher on the way back to the mound. No damage done for him, but it's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah, he just wanted his second baseman to make sure he was alert. So
Wanted the runner to know that he can still throw to second. 1-1 count on Dryden. This one's off the plate. 2-1 now.
looks like another pinch hitter is on deck for the. It looks like Zach Terry.
That does look like Terry. And a hard hit ball to left field. That one's hit hard. And it's gone. Watch out, left fielder. You're in the splash zone.
That boy Dryden.
Yeah, man.
That boy Dryden.
How many is that for the season? I need to check.
That should be his 4th home run of the year.
I think so.
4th home run of the year for Daniel Dryden there. He got every stitch of that baseball.
Oh, he hammered that thing.
You love to see that for Daniel. He's having a great at-bats all day, seeing pitches,
That's
not
number
chasing out
5.
his own. That's his 5th home run?
That's his 5th home run.
That
He
is
hit
his
4.
5th home run. I apologize to Daniel and to his family.
He is now, well, I was about to say he's tied with Lofton, but this is not updated. Lofton has 6. So we've got Dryden at 5, Bryson at 6, Darwin at 7. We actually have everything from 1 to 7 on home runs for our
Wow.
lineup.
I think that home run puts Dryden into 3rd on the team because I believe Dante had 4. Him and Dante both
Yep.
had 4.
He and Dante both had 4. That puts him for 3rd place.
Looks like Zach Terry is pinch hitting here.
Yes. Who is he in for? He's in for Devin Ogg. Zach Terry getting a chance to hit.
Lefty on the mound taking the left.
That's
out.
right. This one's just off the plate. That was
Great
a
take
pretty
there.
good pitch. Yeah, it was a good take. That'll make it 2-0.
Fun fact, Zach Terry is actually my roommate. So
That one's in for a called strike 1. 2-1 count on Terry.
an excellent roommate, I will say.
I've had him in, I think, over half the classes I've taken so far because I transferred in this year. Yeah, just above the zone, 3-1.
Dangerous count for Zach Terry right here.
Hitters count. Dugout's getting loud. They're excited for this.
That's because we know what Terry can do.
Oh. Just missed on a 3-1. Looked like a fastball up in the zone, maybe.
Now, our team's getting excited because Zach Terry probably hits the ball harder than anyone on the
Oh,
team,
yeah.
without a doubt. Harder. Good take, Zach.
Good take by Zach.
Yes,
And
sir.
I would wager he's going to have a pinch runner.
I will
but-
say so.
Full count take by Terry. That pitch before, though, he was about to hammer that ball.
He was. Way to hold up on that one.
Yep. And there is a pinch runner. Who is that?
Og. That looks
Oh,
like Og.
Ogg's back in for Terry, who hit for him.
Yeah, Og re-enters now.
Yep.
But yeah, Zach Terry probably hits the ball harder and farther than anyone on average on our team.
I've seen him hit it clear over the road down where guys tend to park.
Oh yeah, I think yesterday in practice he put one over the pond, which
Yeah, which is
You don't-
really hard to do.
if you don't know, that's got to be at least 440, 450.
Yeah.
And Zach can do that. He's hit balls over like 110 miles an hour too, and like just on his own. One of the hardest workers on the team.
Yeah. He's got a great attitude, too. He's a super nice guy.
Very nice guy, very outgoing. He's fit very well into the mold, into the team culture that we have here at Bryan.
Yeah, he transferred in this year
From Faulkner too, actually.
from Faulkner. Yeah.
Spent a semester at Faulkner. Now he's over in Tennessee, playing for Bryan.
Just 1 semester or 1 year at Faulkner?
I believe 1 semester. I believe he spent a fall semester there. Then he didn't play. He wasn't there for the spring, I don't believe.
Okay.
Then he took a gap year.
We got a hard line drive to center field. Center fielder coming in. He drops the ball, and we'll have runners at first and second, no outs.
Cade Cook with another hard hit ball there.
That was a good job by Devin. He went halfway, and when he dropped the ball, easily got to second before the throw. And he had time to get back, even if he did catch the ball.
Looks like a pitching change here for Union.
Yep. No outs, runners at first and second. It's a 2-1 game with the Lions having taken the lead on that home run earlier by Dryden. Yep, and we got some movement over in the pen. Someone coming around the corner. It looks like that will be it for Braylon Green, who came in relief for Union. We'll be back once the new pitcher's done warming up. We'll tell you who it is. But we'll be back in just a moment on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back. We don't have a name yet for the new pitcher. As soon as we do, we'll bring up information about him.
Sweet. El Capitan.
Oh, still waiting on a name for the new pitcher. Here we go. We got. Oh, it doesn't fit on the live stream for y'all watching. This is Christian McCullough, I believe is how you say it. Senior right-handed pitcher for his 6th appearance of the year.
Got a submarine.
Yeah, he's got a really low slot.
Oh.
That was more of a sidearm, but he's certainly down below.
Yeah, had a few pitches in warm-up there from down under.
I would guess he might alternate his release a little bit too.
Just
You know,
mess
if
with
you're
the
already
base.
down below, your mechanics are pretty similar. He can alternate where he releases depending on the movement he wants. Up to bat, we've got Cade Cahoon looking for his first hit of this game. And that one's in the lefty batter's box for ball 2. Catcher having to really work to get over to it. With that low release, he's yanking it across and throwing it pretty wide horizontally.
We can see here, too, Union's got their first and third baseman in guarding the bunt, but with a 2-0 count and Cade hasn't shown yet or squared around yet, I'd imagine
That
he's
was going
swinging
to be
away.
fouled back into the net for strike 1.
2-0 breaking ball there, too.
I feel like with them coming in preparing for a bunt, they just don't know Bryan very well.
No.
When's the last time you saw a bunt called for our team?
We've tried it a couple times throughout the season, but what we do is hit.
Yeah, we just prefer to hit the ball.
Hey. And
He showed bunt, and it nearly hit him. That probably would have been a 3-1 count if he had not been bunting, but it happens. Well, just when we were talking about the last time we saw it.
We'll try it, but that's just not that's not what we do.
2-2 count now on Cahoon. Runners at first and second, no outs, and that was way outside the zone. It bounces right back to the catcher, though.
That's a tough break.
That's rough. There's honestly not much you can do about that.
That is very unfortunate there.
Wild pitch, you assume runners are going to advance, and it hits the backstop hard enough that it goes straight back to the catcher. As nice of a bounce for him as you can get, and he makes the throw to third on time to get the out. Now runner at second. One runner on, now one out, and the count is full from that one. There's not much you can do. You see the ball way past the catcher. Your instinct is to run. By the time you realize that he's got to throw, you're already halfway or more there. And your best chance is just to get to the bag.
Behind the plate, too, there is padding directly behind the umpire and the catcher, but that pitch was so wild that it appears it missed the padding and hit the brick.
Yeah, and the padding's only probably 8 feet wide, somewhere around there. And so when he missed the lefty, he threw it outside the lefty batter's box. And over there's just going to be brick. And with the angle he hit it, it came straight back.
Yeah, it's a very unlucky break for the Lions, but
Yep.
see if we can respond.
We got Cade Cahoon on first. We have, who's that? Cade Cook over at second. So both Cades on the bags. Got one out. Batting next, we have Tyler Cullen. We're at the top of the order for the Lions. One out. We're resetting back around. Another chance to do some damage for the Lions. Now, does TC have a home run this year?
Yes. TC actually hit his first home run as a Lion in Cumberland.
Oh, this last game.
Yeah. When Bryan was on the road, I believe Jackson hit a home run, which was his first college home run, and then right after him, TC came up and also hit a home run, which would be his first home run as a Bryan Lion.
Now, did he transfer in this year?
No, TC transferred last year from, I want to say Columbia State, which is a junior college in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But
yes, he does have one home run registered, 5 extra base hits.
Yeah.
So maybe he can get a second one right here. 3-run shot, anybody? Before that, 2-1 count. That one, started inside. I guess it came back across. Maybe like a lefty slider, looks like. Or not a lefty slider, a low slot slider. So it had a little more horizontal movement. Started low. 2-2 count now. But the 2-run home run, I believe, last game, the second home run that came in, right before I'd said I smell a big hit coming. And we hit one deep. On that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3 on Tyler Cullen for out number 2. Batting next, we have Bryson Lofton. Now, I believe he's got multiple hits this game, doesn't he? No, he is 0 for 2 so far this game, looking for his first hit. Last game, he was 3 for 4. So he still had a good day. He's 3 for, what?
6?
What did I say, 6? Yeah, he's batting .500 on the day with a home run, right? Am I already forgetting something? Yeah.
A home run and a double. He had a home run and a double in the first game.
Right, and the double down the line, I think could have been a triple if there was nobody else on.
That might have been. That would
because he stopped at second because a runner stopped at third because the throw home would have been in time. We got another wild pitch that'll move the both runners up. This time, no lucky bounce for Union.
Bo's got a couple runners in scoring position now.
Yep.
Union does have a base open, but if you walk Bobo, the guy you have to pitch to with the bases loaded leads the team in home runs.
Yep. And it's still batting over 300.
Yep. Darwin with 7 home runs of the year. You got an All-American at the plate who has 6, I believe.
7.
Ooh. So just.
Yeah, Lofton has 6. Oh, yeah, sorry. Lofton has 6. You were talking about him. Darwin's got 7 behind him. Regardless, either one can easily put up lots of runs in one swing if you give them the chance to. 2-1 count on Lofton. Ooh. I'm not sure how he held off on that one.
Yeah, that was a breaking ball, I believe.
Yeah, breaking ball looked like some kind of slider, curveball, something that had a lot of horizontal on it, regardless. Started outside, came back across, and scraped the edge of the plate. 2-2 count on Lofton. That one's well in. Ooh, not as far inside, just off the plate.
It's a good take there by Bobo.
It was a good frame by the catcher. It made me double think what I just saw. If that's probably not the word I was looking for. Regardless, it is now a full count. Big pitch here for both sides. 2 outs, runners on first and second. And a hard hit ball to right field. That one looked. That may have been the hardest hit ball this year.
Oh my goodness, that ball is still going.
Has it landed yet?
I
never saw it land.
Oh, there it is. It's still going.
Yeah, there it is. Did that go over the light pole? It looked like it did.
Bryson Lofton. What else can you say about him?
Well,
that hasn't been said already.
I guess, did I speak into existence? I said he had 7 home runs.
Yeah. That was the 7th home run
That's
right there.
There's home run number 7. I was just a little early on it.
That's nice. Got a quick glimpse into the future there. That makes it a 5 spot now on the inning for the Lions.
And a fly ball left center. Got a little bit too much underneath it. That'll be caught in shallow center field, but the damage has been done by the Lions. 2 different home runs and a moonshot by Lofton for a 3-run home run. We're up 5-1 now after 5 runs scored. We'll be back in the top of the 5th inning with the Union now back up to bat. Walker back on the mound. We'll be back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back for the top of the 5th inning, a very exciting bottom of the 4th inning. 5-run spot by the Lions. David Walker back on the bump for the Lions. Just 55 pitches through the first 4 innings of work for him.
Yep.
The first pitch this inning is a ball to Mason Kelly. I'm going to ground over the left side, just foul, out of reach of Lofton.
Through the first 4 innings, sorry about that. Through the first 4 innings, David has looked very impressive.
He's looked great. Yeah, 5 strikeouts, just 2 walks, 1 earned run.
Only 1 hit given up, too?
Yep, just 1 hit given up, and it was the same inning that run scored. It was a hit and then a little bit of base running shenanigans.
That's right.
Followed by there was 2 on, and then they chose to get the runner between first and second and let the guy score from third. That was the only run scored. So there's not been an RBI yet this game against David, but there's been 1 run allowed.
Yeah, with the way David's been pitching, I'd say they're going to need a whole lot of shenanigans to put some more runs on the board.
Especially after that last inning. A whole lot more shenanigans. We got a 2-2 count after a swing and a miss against Kelly. Kelly's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Maybe Walker can get his second one. That one's going to be lined out. Well foul. Still remains 2-2. That one's going to land up the hill and roll back down towards the bullpen or towards the turtle. I don't think they're getting that ball back.
No, there's a
it rolled under the turtle.
There's also a couple. I'm forgetting the word now. It's very wet over there, is what I'm trying
Oh,
to say.
yeah, a couple of wet spots, muddy spots.
Yeah.
No, he found the ball. Still 2-2 after another foul ball down the
Yeah.
left side.
Shout out to Jack Hartman for finding that ball.
And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's the second strikeout of the day for Mason Kelly and the 6th one from David Walker.
Another filthy slider there by
Yeah.
David. Had another hitter looking silly.
Oh, yeah. That ball didn't look close from our angle, but
Yeah.
all because he set it up and threw a good pitch.
After having to face David in the fall, I know what that hitter's feeling right now.
And we got one popped up to the right side. It'll stay in play. It'll be caught just foul in the outfield grass for out number 2. I think that is Cade Cahoon, either Cade. No, that was Tyler. Tyler Cullen caught that for out number 2.
2 quick outs here for David
Yeah.
in the top of the 5th.
That was just one pitch, wasn't it?
I believe so. I believe so.
That'll put him at 64 pitches. And batting next, we got Nathan McCabe. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Maybe he'll be at 2 after this about as well.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. That put David at 7 if he got there. He's at 6 right now. Oh, that one just misses off the plate.
You can see Brad working back there, trying to do everything he can to help David get balls and strikes.
Yep, trying to get the frame on that one. Pitch looked good. This angle you can see on the left side of the box pretty well. We got a hard hit ball to the right side, just between the first and second baseman. That'll roll to the right fielder for a 2-out single on Nathan McCabe. Not the second strikeout we were looking for, but it's okay. Veteran pitcher with David, with how well he's pitching right now. He'll get past it. Just the second hit David's allowed. The first one since the first inning, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Either the first or the second inning.
Well, now he gets a chance to I was going to say, actually, he gets a chance to work in the stretch, but I believe David works from the stretch the entire game.
I don't think he's been in the windup. Some guys are just more comfortable in the stretch, me being one of them. I just don't do a windup. And there's for a called strike 1 against Sammy Serrano. He's 0 for 1.
Now, is that a personal preference as to why you don't have a windup? Is it easier just to have one motion that's easily repeatable? Or, because I know you see some guys who have
Got a
windups.
grounder up the middle of the right side. It's going to be taken on a couple of hops by the second baseman. That'll be out number 3. I'll answer that question when we're back in the bottom of the 5th inning on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back. Bottom of the 5th inning. Lions up to bat again. And Dante Morton leading off for the Lions. Actually, Dante's led off a couple of games before, has he not?
I am not. Yeah, he did actually. You're right.
Yeah.
Beginning of the season, he was our leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
Or at least somewhere up there.
I think before TC got a starting spot, I think Dante might have been our leadoff guy.
I think you are correct. That's how I remember it too.
But 0-1 count on a swing and miss by Dante. And a ball way outside. This pitcher a little bit wild, more than a little bit wild. Been a lot of pass balls. 1-1 count on Dante.
Good take there by Dante.
Good take. I guess it was a little bit low. Just missed. 2-1 count on Dante. That one's outside, a little bit up. Did he call that a strike?
He did call that a strike. Dante didn't agree with that call.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with it as well. I think we can tell from up here that it was a little bit up, at least. 2-2 count on Dante now. And a hard hit ball to left center field. That's over the cage.
Dante cleared the cage.
Speaking of Dante having pop, that's pop.
Dante absolutely launched that ball
That ball,
into the night.
That might compete with Bobo's home run a little while ago.
That's fitting for those two. You love to see that for Dante.
Dude.
Love to see that. This is what, fifth home run of the year?
Fifth, I believe. He just tied back Dryden
For third.
for third on the team. Now it's 5-5-7-7 with Dryden, Dante, and Bobo and Darwin.
I think that's also Dante's second time clearing the batter's cage on a home run this year.
It is. It is for sure the second time. Dryden did it earlier in the season too.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Sneaky athleticism from Dante, or sneaky pop, sorry.
Yeah.
Incredible athlete. Just as much power as anyone on the team. He showed it off right there.
That's an impressive hit. I can't get over that.
Yeah, cleared the cage. That ball is long gone into the night.
Well, what home runs we didn't have last game, even though we scored a good bit, we're making up for it this game. What are we at 4 this game? 3?
Dante has one. Dryden has one.
Bobo has one. That's 3. And then did we have 1 or 2 last game? I want to say 2.
Bobo hit one last game.
And then Cade hit 1.
Yes.
So I think we're at 5 on the day between 2 games. Those are always fun.
That is what we need.
We got Bradley Prince in the box now.
Speaking of home runs, yesterday our team had a home run derby, and Bradley Prince won the home run derby.
It looks like he's trying to win it right now too. How did y'all do it? Was it timer or number of pitches?
It was I think everyone got one swing each. It was how it went. Everyone got one swing. They were just tallying up points. Actually, we had a bunch of old baseballs that Mac was trying to get rid of, truthfully. So he told us to go hit these things as far as we could. Everyone just went up there one swing at a time. Brad ended up winning it all.
We got a high fly ball to shallow left field. And it's off of the left fielder's glove. I think Brad could have been at second, but nice little jog. He's over at first base for a leadoff. That's an error, not a single, because it was off of his glove.
Yep, Lions catch a break there.
A break we honestly probably didn't need, but a break nonetheless. I think it's more accurate to say Bradley Prince caught a break right there so that he can be on when Dryden comes back up to deal some more damage.
Yeah. Anytime our lineup gets extra outs to work with, it's always bad news for the other team.
And it's no outs on the board. Leadoff home run, big leadoff home run from Dante, followed by a bloop error hit by Bradley Prince. That's not a fun time if you're in the field right now.
No, not at all. Our offense is looking.
And another wild pitch back to the catcher. This can't. Okay.
You're about to say
that's not okay if that had happened again.
Can't happen twice.
You can't do that twice. It bounced perfectly back to him twice. But this time we had Dryden going from first to second, longer throw, faster runner, and the catcher held off on making that throw to second.
If he threw that ball and got Brad out there, we might have to talk to Mac about extending the padding behind the home plate.
Yeah, for real. That would have been 2 outs given up because of that. And a called strike on the outside half of the plate for Dryden.
Yeah.
2-1 count. I think I said Dryden was on the base pads. That is Brad on the base pads, but still a pretty fast runner nonetheless. All things considered.
Yep.
2-1 count on Dryden. Runner at second. Decent lead. This one's way off the plate for ball 3. 3-1 count What was the count that Dryden hit that home run on? Do you remember?
I think it was a 3-1 count
Was it
as
a
well.
3-1 hitters count?
I think so. I think so.
Maybe we can get a three-peat. 3-1 pitch. Brad dancing over at second. And Dryden was trying to have a repeat. Big swing and a miss. Looked like a fastball on the outside half.
Took an absolute hack at that pitch. If he connected, he probably would have hit the ball just as far as Dante.
I was going to say, that looked like he was trying to compete with the two on that swing. Now it's a full count. And the payoff pitch popped back out of play. That's going to land on the road behind us. That's going to hit a car, too. No, maybe not. Land in the grass. We had one earlier. There's a big puddle next to the gravel parking lot just right there. And a foul ball earlier bounced off the road and splashed right in the middle of it. Was that a swing or a take?
That was a swing.
So a swing and a miss for strike 3 on Dryden. I'll just put one out on the board, though. Got one out. Runner on second. Bradley Prince over there. We got Devin Ogg up to bat. And we were both distracted trying to tell my brother, one of the pitchers, where that foul ball went. From the sound of it, I believe there was a hit by pitch.
That's what it looks like. It looks like Devin Ogg got hit by pitch there.
Devin going down to first. Has he been hit twice this game? Was it him who got hit? I know Darwin got hit, but he's 0 for 0. Devin is.
With 2 hit by pitches.
I think so. I know, and also he was pinch hit for once, but we've been through the lineup at least 3 times.
He was pinch hit for in his last at bat.
But he's still 0 for 0. He was either walked or hit by pitch once. So, but we got Cade Cook up to bat. 2 runners on, 1 out. We got a pinch runner on first base for Devin.
Looks like Rollins out there.
That's Rollins over there.
Ooh, speed on the bases now.
Speedy guy over at first. A hit will probably put him first to third, if not more. And a double steal.
Oh.
Who's over at second? That's Brad.
Brad's the one on the ground right now.
Some hard contact on the tag over at third base. I think Brad may have. Oh, where's he holding? Is that his wrist? Okay.
Not really sure.
I'm not sure what exactly was hurt, but Brad down for a moment, needing a second. Hopefully it's just temporary.
Now, Rollins does move to second base on that play, but I think right now the primary concern is just making sure Bradley's okay.
We should have 2 outs on the board now. Scoreboard's not quite updated yet. 2 outs, runner on second, double steal, and a pretty good throw from the catcher.
Yeah.
Got a liner, foul ball over by the turtle. Yeah, good throw from the catcher to get the double steal.
That
1-1 count on Cade Cook. He's 1 for 1 on the game. Looking for his second hit.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting in Cade's last at bat. A hard hit ball to center for a base hit. Let's see if he can do that.
And in the first game too, he pieced a couple of baseballs.
Yeah.
He all of his hits have been he swung hard and hit hard. It hasn't been like little bloop shots for him.
No, Cade's a excellent hitter. He hits a lot of balls hard. Very good athlete.
And this one's behind Cade, off the catcher's glove. It's going to be on the backstop. This one does not bounce straight back to the catcher. And we will have a Rollins move up to third base on the wild pitch. 2 outs, 2-1 count. Runner at third. Cade Cook up to bat. I don't know why the scoreboard still hasn't updated yet. Oh, it's updated on the stream at least. We got the 2-1 pitch. That's a called strike. Somewhere between the middle of the plate and the outside half. Cade's also usually pretty aggressive at the plate, too. Last game, he swung at a lot of baseballs, but he's had a really good eye for the zone. And this one's going to be fouled. Almost hits the lights. That'll land in the trees. I don't. Did that come down?
Yeah.
Okay. Lands in the bushes. Oh, it dropped right there. I didn't even. I was looking over there, and I guess it hit a branch and went straight down.
Yeah, hit one of those trees over there.
Bit of a lucky break. Move the mic. Bit of a lucky break. We'll get that baseball back. 2-2 count on Cade Cook. 2-2 count, 2 outs, and a big swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3, and we'll end the inning. I think the pitcher didn't realize it was the end of the inning for a second. He was ready to get back on the mound.
Yeah.
Everybody else was aware. That'll end the inning. 1 run scored on a big hit leadoff home run by Dante. We'll be back in the top of the 6th inning with Union for their second to last chance to hit. But we'll be back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the 6th inning. David Walker on the mound for his 6th inning of work. He's been really good so far. He's thrown 69 pitches through 6 innings. And we got a couple of changes in the field. Well, one not changed that we're happy to see. Brad is still behind the plate. So it looks like whatever happened at third base wasn't enough to keep him from playing. And we got a new left fielder in for Devin Ogg with Alex Rollins, who had just pinch run. And now he's out in the field as well and in the lineup. It's nice to see him in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Rollins is he's a great teammate. Everyone in the dugout loves him. And as well, Rollins is really good for us in the team where he comes in. He runs bases. He's a pinch runner, defensive replacement, great defender in the outfield.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Rollins is another guy who can swing it too, but we really use him as a runner and as a defensive replacement in the game.
We got a leadoff 4-pitch walk by David. He walked the leadoff batter, I believe, last inning as well. But it didn't mean all that much. Matt going out for a mound meeting. I can't see him pulling Walker right here.
No, I doubt it. I think Mac just wants to talk to him right here.
Just calm him down.
Yeah.
You know, how's your arm doing? You know, all of that stuff that happens.
Yeah, Mac's probably saying, I need one more from you. I need one more.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how he usually talks in those meetings. I'm sure you're all that familiar with him.
A little bit. But he usually keeps it pretty light. No, Mac's a great coach. I'm just kidding around.
But let me pull up. We were looking at the stats as a team earlier. We're not at the plate at the moment. We were just looking. Teams batting .308 on the season with a .528 slugging and 35 home runs. And this is the 22nd game. So about a home run and a half per game.
And I don't think that includes the home runs we've had this game either.
It actually did. It actually added.
It does.
I refreshed the page and it added 2.
Okay.
So I believe it's either up to date or it's 1 home run behind. If it's an inning behind, which would make sense. But still, 35 home. It's a lot of home runs.
That is.
And we got a hard ground ball to left side, just out of reach of a diving Bryson Lofton. Runner going from first to third, throw over to third base, and it's just off the line. That will be a lead-off double. Not a lead-off double, but a double for, that is Colton Stegman. He was 0 for 1. That's his first hit of the game. So we got Clariot at third, Stegman at second.
Now, we did mention that during Max Mountain visit that he probably wasn't looking to pull David soon, but the Lions do have an arm going in the bullpen right now.
Yep.
Not sure who it is, but there is action down in the bullpen in right field.
I would wager that it's Allman.
I could see that.
Especially with it being, actually, it's not a close game. It might not be Allman, unless he just wants Allman to stay in.
With how late it is in the game, I could see it being Allman.
Yeah.
But if you need a bridge guy to get to Allman, I could see it being like Harrison Price, Carson Jones, Connor Carter,
Luke Townsend.
Jared Price, any one of those guys
Yeah,
as well.
there's a lot of options, and we still have one more game that could be a lot closer.
But of course, with Allman being, like we said earlier, a 2, 3, sometimes 4 inning guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be a big deal for him.
Only 6 outs left to go. That could be Allman out there too.
Yeah, he may even do that and come back again Friday, Saturday whenever we play Game 3.
Yeah, and
We got a hard line drive center field. That's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. Throw over to third base. It's going to be close, and he got him. One run will
Wow.
score. The first out will be gotten at third base. And
on that last play, it looked like the runner on second for Union tagged up, anticipating that ball to be caught.
Yep.
When that ball hit the ground, a heads-up play by Daniel Dryden, throw the ball over to third and get the runner out there.
Yep.
Great heads-up play, great throw by Dryden, great tag by Lofton.
he knew he wouldn't be able to get the out at home because it was too long of a throw, and a great throw over to third base. Plenty of time for Lofton to make that tag, too.
A little bit of a blunder there by Union's base runners, but great job by Bryan's defense to capitalize on and get an out of that play. Now Dave is just one pitch away from getting out of the inning.
Yep, double play possibility. One runner at first. He stopped there. He might have been able to go to second on that throw. But that would have been also risky base running and potential for a double play. So one out, runner at first. That is Flores over at first base with the RBI single. And a pickoff over there. No tag. This is Aaron Barea at the plate for Union. He had their one hit prior to, I believe it was last inning when they got their second hit. And that was in for a called strike 1 count on Barea. But he had their one hit. That looked like a changeup, yeah.
Very nice pitch there.
It dropped in for strike 1. But Barea had their only hit for a while. They called ball 2, 2-1 count.
I believe this batter has a hit and a hit by pitch, right? With it being their catcher.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
This one's outside, ball 3. Three-one count on Barea. That one's in the dirt for ball 4.
Good block there by Brad.
Yeah, good job keeping it in front of him. 2 runners on now, and there comes out Mac for a second mound meeting. Walker's not happy. You can see from his body language.
No, Walker is a competitor.
Yeah.
You know that he wanted to be out there to finish that inning, but
He does not want to get out of the mound right now, but with this being the second mound meeting, this has to be it for Walker. We got somebody coming in. That looks like Townsend.
that does look like Luke. Yeah.
So we got Luke Townsend coming in to replace David Walker. Now, Walker got over 5 innings of work, 5 1/3.
Yeah.
With, let me double check all the stats. I believe he had 6 strikeouts. Let me look. Why can I not see this?
No, David may be a little bit upset just getting taken out, but that's just because he's an absolute competitor out there. You know he wanted to finish that 6th inning, but walking off the mound, he should know that he did an excellent job.
Fantastic job. Yeah.
Keeping this Union offense at bay. Now, he is responsible for the couple runners, I believe, that are out there.
Yes, the 2 that are on base. So
But
it's not possible for him to get a loss, though.
No, he cannot lose this game. His stat line isn't officially closed, but he pitched into the 6th inning, did a great job limiting base runners, limiting hits, Had a couple guys or 2 or 3 guys get on there in the last inning, but overall an excellent job by David Walker, one he should be proud of.
Only one hit through, I believe, 4 full innings.
Yeah.
And then the 5th inning, he gave up his second hit.
From the second to the 4th or 5th inning, David looked absolutely unhittable.
Fantastic, yeah. Final stat line for David, 5 1/3, 4 total hits, 2 earned runs and 2 total runs, and 4 walks, 6 strikeouts.
You love to see that for David. Great guy, great teammate, fierce competitor. Love to see a guy like that having success.
And he was total of 83 pitches on the game, so about 16 an inning on average, which is still
very good efficiency.
Very good, yeah. That's about throwing, 5 pitches a batter, basically, if you only face 3 batters, or 4 pitches a batter if you face 4, which I think he faced 4 in a lot of innings. But Luke Townsend now on the bump for the Lions. We got Logan Romasanta back in for Union. He's 0 for 1. I think he has a walk as well. I think he may have been one of those leadoff walks that Walker gave up. And 2 runners on, inherited runners for Luke.
Yeah, this is Luke's role. This is what happens. When runners get on base, we need someone to get us out of this inning. We put Luke Townsend in there.
Yep, and he's done a great job this season, too.
Yeah, he's done a great job of getting a lot of soft contact, a lot of double play balls, mixing arm slots up there. He will throw from like the submarine down under arm slot, but he'll throw from over the top, too. He'll mix that in on his own.
Yep. And that second pitch, misses very close to the batter. He had to just duck out of the way. It almost clipped him in the helmet. 2-0 count, and that one's even farther in. And a wild pitch just it glances off the glove of Bradley Prince. Will move both runners up. So that takes away the traditional double play. And a 3-0 count for Luke. Three-0 count from Townsend. That one's in for a called strike. Walker threw a 3-0 ball earlier. He's thrown 2 4-pitch walks. That one's well outside for ball 4.
Yep, wild pitch, 2 pitches earlier, but with that walk, it seems like it would have been bases loaded anyways. But Luke is 1 pitch away from getting out of this, and he is the kind of pitcher to get he's a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah.
Really.
With that wild pitch, it moved both runners up, took away the double play. So while we don't like the walk, but it brings back the chance for double play, and you can even get one at home and avoid runs being scored.
Yeah, that's what Luke will be looking to do here. Now, offensive visit looks like for Union. Third base coach talking to the hitter.
This is Mason Kelly. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the day. So he's not on the day, rather, just on game 2, but he's not done much this game. Let's see what he did last game. Kelly went 2 for 5 last game, so he's 2 for 7 on the day. That one was outside ball 1.
Big moment here in the game. Bases loaded. Union has 5 outs left to work with, but they
5 outs, yeah.
They are 1 swing away from tying it now. Obviously, Luke is trying to get out of that jam, but this is a big moment here.
Big moment. That one's just above the zone, 2-0. Brad going out to talk with him, calm him down. Maybe discuss a little bit of strategy. But yeah, 4-run game with bases loaded. That's a tight scenario at that point. He's only 1 run difference from being a save situation, actually.
Yeah, with a save situation being a possibility, you can almost bet that Allman is down there in some capacity, stretching, just tossing, doing some plyos. But I see Chris Bain down there too.
Do you? Yeah, I see him walking back. Though we got a line drive just over the shortstop. It's going to go center field. 1 run will score. Throw over to third base. It'll be cut off by the shortstop, and that'll be an RBI single. Now a 6-3 ball game. Still Bryan in the lead.
Hard hit ball in the left center gap there. Now, the runners did have to freeze to make sure that ball got down, but Bryan did a very good job getting that ball in to only allow 1 runner to score.
Yeah, they didn't have much chance to score more than just that everybody moving up once. Still 1 out.
Good job by Bryan there to get that ball in quickly.
A good throw. He's got a solid arm too. You know, expected from a center fielder, but still, we've seen a lot of good throws coming from Dryden.
Yeah, our outfield has been, at least early on, they were very good in terms of assists and things like that. Brad has a couple outfield assists. You know, Cook's got a good arm out there. Dryden has at least 1 or 2 assists. And whenever Darwin will be manning right field again, he is probably one of the best arms on the team for
Yep.
position players.
And we got a call to the bullpen. That will be it for Luke. He faced just 2 runners and gave up a walk and an RBI single. That RBI not being on him, that will go to Walker, who came out of the game. That's because it was an inherited runner. But we're not sure who yet's coming out of the pen.
That looks like Allman.
It does look like Allman. And now it is a save situation. 3-run ball game. And we got Welcome to the Jungle playing in the background for Allman.
That's not Allman.
No, it is not. Who is that?
Is that Sam? No, I'm not even sure.
It looks like Sam, but
That's
Sam just
Sam.
threw. Sam had a great outing last game in relief. He
That's
threw
Sam.
3 innings.
That is Samuel Raper.
Yeah. Kickstart My Heart now playing in the background. That is Sam Raper's walk-up song. Sam's coming in for a second outing of work in the same day after a fantastic first outing.
Yeah, Sam looked really, really good
Yeah.
in his first outing. From what I've heard, he was sitting 88 with his fastball.
Yeah.
Now, Sam, from as long as I've known Sam, or whenever I stepped on campus last year, I've always thought Sam was that guy.
Yeah.
From the moment I've saw him, Sam's 86, 89, touching 90. He's got a great curveball, great slider, and a really good changeup. Like, he's had 4 pitches. Yeah. It's just been a matter of trying to get him on the mound, get some in-game feel.
Yeah.
Once you get enough of that, this kid has a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah. What year is Sam? Is he a sophomore?
I think on the field, Sam is a sophomore.
Okay.
I believe. I believe you're correct with
Yeah.
that. But an interesting strategy, or interesting move here to say the least. Giving Sam his, like you said, his second outing on the day.
Yeah. Which is something Allman did earlier this season, which I thought was crazy when he did it then.
I thought Allman was coming in, but Allman will probably be coming out in the 7th, and Sam will be looking to get us out of this. But, hey, Sam is just as good of an option, too.
Sam has been fantastic today, and the way he looked today, I wouldn't question anybody over him.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully that break didn't affect anything too much, but
well, if he's coming back in, he must have been staying warm the whole time.
Yeah. Sam's looked good all year, and big moment here for the kid.
And his last outing was as good as we've seen him. The three innings earlier, like 28 pitches or something like that, something really low. But I would guess that Allman is in the pin right now, where
I can't imagine Allman is not throwing in the pen.
Yeah.
Speaking of moves to pen, I did just see Harrison Price run down there.
Okay.
So another submarine guy warming up 2 for the line. So I believe we got 2 pitchers down there right now. Let's see.
Up to bat, we got Luke Pell. He's 0 for 2 this game. 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far. And as we said before, Sam coming in, bases loaded, 1 out, tight scenario for him. But if he throws like he did earlier, I don't think it's a question of whether he gets out of it. How good he was throwing earlier. And that one's going to be a fly ball. That's going to deep right field. Right fielder stopped in place, shifting over. He's going to make the catch. A run is going to score on the tag up. The guy at second will move to third, but that is now 2 outs. And that is the second runner, inherited runner from David Walker.
Yeah.
That is going to score. So David Walker's final line score will be 4 runs.
Yeah.
4 earned runs.
5 1/3 with 4 runs given up.
Yep.
The runners on the corners now, I believe, are Luke's.
They're both Luke's, yes.
Yeah. So, unfortunate for David that those 2 runs came in to score, but nonetheless, he looked fantastic.
He looked
today.
great. There's not much you can do about that. You know, it was his last inning of work. His actually 2 of his 4 total hits. I mean, he didn't give up many hits over 5 innings. 1-0 count, first pitch a ball to Nathan McCabe. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout. One 0 pitch inside down, ball 2. We got middle infielders back at the edge of the grass, and shortstop shifted over towards up the middle.
Yeah, looks like Dante's pinching the middle there.
We got a pop fly left side. It's going to go towards the fence, and that will just clear. I'm not sure how that one got out, but that will be a 3-run home run for Makabe. Just snuck out over the Farm Bureau insurance sign in the very corner. Looked like a pop out.
Yep.
Tie game now, 6-6 on the 6th hit. Oh no, 7-6. Was that miscounted? There's only 3 on, wasn't there?
No, that was a 3-run home run there. It should be 6-6.
Right.
Because 2 runs scored.
I think it was
3-run home run.
It was 4-6, I think, with that sac fly. 4-6 with 2 runners on.
But if with the sac fly scoring, I thought that was only the 2nd run of the inning. Was it not?
It was. You're right.
So that made it 3.
That was 4-6, and so that is a go-ahead 3-run home run.
Wait a minute. If that was the 2nd run of the inning, with it being a sac fly,
and then a 3-run shot.
that would make it 5 for the inning.
You're right. Yeah, because it was a 1. They had 1 run.
Yeah.
Then 2 runs scored should make it 3. I believe it should be 6-6. Yeah, just count the number of scoring right here. RBI single. That was the 1st run of the inning. RBI single, 2nd run of the inning. Sac fly was the 3rd run. So it was 4-6. Somehow we lost count. Yeah, it was a 4-6 game with a go-ahead 3-run shot. That hurts, regardless.
Yep, that gives Union the lead now, unfortunately.
And a follow-up walk. That ball just snuck out. I was expecting a routine fly out to left field, maybe a warning track, but still. And it just kept going.
Yeah. Hit right down the left field line, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Snuck out in the corner.
Shortest part of the park.
You love this field and you hate this field.
Mm-hmm. It is a hitter's park for sure. If he hits that to center field, I'm not sure it's going halfway to the fence.
Looks like the base umpire is having a conversation with Sam. Not sure what they're discussing, but
he might be warning him about a balk, because you get your 1 warning if you're doing something that they could be calling.
Okay.
I think the runner at first was taking a big lead, and the umpire said, "Go back to the bag." He sent him back, but I imagine maybe Sam just wasn't getting set properly. And there we have another pop fly left center field. Outfielders coming in this time. That will be a routine catch for Rollins for out number 3, but damage has been done. A 6-run spot for Union will make it a 7-6 game. But we'll be back. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lions up to bat. Lions can always do damage. And we'll be back leading off for the Lions next inning. We got Cade Cahoon, and we'll see him when we get back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back. Bottom of the 6th inning. I about nearly fell out of my chair just now. But leading off for the Lions, we have Cade Cahoon.
That hit him.
And that one hits him. First pitch of the inning will hit Cade. Lead off, hit by pitch for the Lions.
Yep. Captain does it again. Leading off the inning, Cade Cahoon getting on base. Usually, that's a sign for a big inning for the Lions whenever he gets on and starts things for us.
I think that's is that Cade's second hit by pitch? He was 0 for 1.
It could be.
And batting next, we have Tyler Colin looking for his first hit of this game. In a tight spot for the Lions. Down by 1, runner on first.
You're good. 1-1 count here to Tyler Cullen. Cade takes his lead at first. Pitcher comes set. Looked like a slider outside there.
Yeah, it looked like he missed it. Lefty batter's box. He yanked it a little bit.
All the way in the other batter's box.
Yeah. Missed that pretty well. Let me see. Who was that? That was Cade Cahoon.
Yeah, Cade got hit by the pitch, and we got Tyler Cullen.
He has 1 walk. Yeah, he was 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored.
Like a fastball there from, what's this pitcher's name?
This is Christian McCullough. He's the same pitcher who was in before, so he's coming in for his 3rd inning of work. So did he give up the 6th spot, or did he replace the or 5 spot, or he replaced that guy?
I think he replaced that guy.
I want to say he did.
Because there was
a big swing and a miss.
I believe there was a lefty at one point in between.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lefty. I think the lefty may have been the guy who gave up. I can see the names. So this is Christian McCullough. He's the 3rd pitcher. Braylon Green gave up 3. This guy's given up 3 as well.
Okay. Good fight there by TC.
Yeah, full count. Fouled it back into the net. Remains full. A tight battle between pitcher and batter here. Really important spot. With a 1-run game, runner on first. Every hit matters at this point, especially any extra base hits. A double might score a run.
Good take.
And a ball 4. Runners on first and second.
Very close pitch there, but TC has great command of the strike zone.
Oh,
he
yeah.
knew that ball was off the plate.
Great job by TC. Not overreaching, not being anxious to get a hit.
Yep.
He took the extra base that he got. And that will be a call to the bullpen for Union. We'll be back in just a second when we find out who the new pitcher is on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back. New pitcher on the mound for Union. This is Jackson Clark, a lefty pitcher coming in to face Bryson Lofton, the most dangerous hitter on the Lions lineup. Lofton 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs on this game with 1 strikeout. 3 RBIs coming in a monster shot he hit 2 innings ago now in the 4th inning. And the first pitch is on the outside edge of the plate, called strike 1.
Lions looking to do some damage here. They get their first 2 guys to lead off the inning on base. Now you got to face an All-American in Bryson Lofton. You got team leader in home runs in Darwin Gregg and another excellent hitter in Dante Morton after him. So dangerous spot in the lineup for Union, or dangerous spot in the order to pitch to if you're Union.
Yeah, there's no gap in the guys they're about to face. Darwin got a hit in his last at bat too.
Yeah.
Bobo hit that home run. Darwin got a hit. And then Dante hit a monster shot. That one's popped up. That's going to land on the hill above the stadium.
Yep. Lions are, just one swing away from getting the lead right back to. So
1-2 count on Lofton. And the pitch in the dirt in the righty batter's box. 2-2 on the count now. Got first and second, no outs for Lofton. About as good of a scenario for him as you can ask for.
absolutely. Always love to see runners on base when this guy's up to bat.
That
Great
one's
take.
in the dirt off the plate. They weren't even setting up over the plate. He was already off. He set up well outside of the plate for that pitch.
Yep. 2-strike count, trying to go out of the zone there a couple times to get Bobo to chase, but very disciplined hitter in Bryson Lofton where he will not swing at a pitch that is not one that he wants to drive.
3-2 count. Payoff pitch. A swing and a miss.
I might have jinxed that.
A slider off the plate. A rare chase for Lofton. You don't normally see it. Just 1 out now. 1 out, still first and second. And we got Darwin Gregg, the designated hitter, at the plate for the Lions.
Yes, sir. The team leader in home runs, but after Bryson Lofton's home run, Darwin and Bobo are now tied for the lead with 7 apiece.
And that one's just above the zone on the outside half for ball 1. Darwin 1 for 3 this game with a strikeout. Looking for his second hit of the day. And this one's fouled back to the right side. Will also land on the hill. 1-1 count on Darwin.
Big spot here.
Runner in scoring position, a 1-run ball game. And that one looked like a slider. Came back across the plate, called strike 2.
Yep, slider or curveball there. Darwin's asking home plate umpire if that ball was up or not. But Union's pitcher does get the call on that.
A 1-2 count for Darwin. That one's well off the plate for ball 2.
Yeah, went back to that same pitch, but this time he misses outside with it.
Probably trying to make it come back from off the plate. He doesn't need to throw Darwin a strike at the moment, or at least he didn't in the last pitch either, with it being a pitcher's count. He's got one more chance to make Darwin swing off the plate. And that one's a fastball on the outside half. Darwin just misses. Hit it pretty far, but it's going to land on the hill foul. Well down the line. Need to straighten that one out. If I were Jackson Clark, I wouldn't throw him another fastball after that one.
No,
He's
Darwin,
hunting fastball, and you can see it. Ooh, and he threw him a fastball.
I guess he came inside there with the fastball, but
Yeah.
they were set up in there. He did hit his spot, but with the catcher being set up in, that ball was inside.
Yep.
And now it's a full count for Darwin.
Full count for Darwin. He's got to throw him a strike or load the bases.
Yep. And yeah, you can pitch around Darwin, but again, we got Dante Morton on deck who
Who also hit a monster shot.
Yep.
last inning. That was going to be grounded down the third base line, bobbled by the third baseman. He just got the double play. He touched the foot on third base while making a throw in the air. And that is the third out of the inning. Couple of hits, no runs scored. 7-6 Union. We'll be back in the top of the 7th for the final inning of play on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back. Top of the 7th inning. New pitcher in for the Lions. This is Jacob Allman, the more regular closer slash tight spot reliever for the Lions. Loves to finish out the game usually. And he's in. Leading off, we have Colton Stegman for Union. Allman coming in after Sam Raper. Was it Sam? No, Luke Townsend finished the inning, didn't he? Or was it Sam? Who finished off the inning? It was Sam. Yep, Sam's the last. So it was Townsend came in after Walker, and then Sam came in after Luke, and then got out of the inning after what should have been a pop fly that just snuck out.
Yep.
7-6 Union. The first 3 pitches are all for a ball. 3-0 count on Allman.
Allman looking to get back in the zone here with this pitch. There we go.
And there's a called strike 1 outside half, probably upper part of the zone from the look of it. 3-1. A hitter's count. You still got to go back to fastball here, don't you?
Probably, but Allman's got a really good fastball.
And there's a called strike 2 on the fastball.
Like you were saying earlier too, Buff, Jacob Allman is the guy that the Lions look to go to late in the game. Whenever it's a close game, whenever we need a big 0 late in the game. He has made a couple starts, but he serves as a team's primary back end of the bullpen arm.
That one's popped up, well out of play, foul. That'll go over. Land by the turtle on the hill.
Yep, shout out to Chris Bain for getting that foul ball.
Full count, once again, on Colton Stegman. He's 1 for 2 on this game. His hit came in his last at bat, and that one's above his head for a ball 4. Maybe looked a little more the word I'm looking for? It probably wasn't as close as it looked, but he ducked down and made it look closer than it
Yeah.
was.
Almond gets that reaction from quite a few hitters that he faces. A lot of them see his big fastball that he has, about 90, up to 94 even on this year. They see that thing coming towards their head. They duck out of the way immediately. But a lot of times that actually ends up being his curveball or his slider.
Yeah.
And
He's got a good curveball, too.
yeah, if you don't know Jacob Almond, he has a really, really good curveball. One of the best curveballs in the team, in my opinion. And he has a slider and a changeup that he pairs with his fastball and curveball that works just as well.
Speaking of good things he has, he's got a great pickoff move.
Yeah, very quick. Electric stuff from Almond.
Yeah.
Anytime he steps on the diamond.
I think we'll end up seeing probably half a dozen picks to first at some point in the next couple minutes.
Yep.
There's already been 2 so far. He may throw a pitch here. He may pick off again. Yeah, there's a pitch. That one's off the plate. Ball 1. Good job, Brad, keeping that one in front of him. It's not an easy angle for him to get to because he couldn't block it. 1-0 count. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another pickoff right here.
Yep. For as hard as guys like Sam and David and Almond throw, I'd say Brad's been doing an excellent job back there. Not only this game, but last game as well. As limiting the free bases, keeping things in front of him, receiving the ball well. Great job by Brad today.
Overall defense has been solid, too. We have that one error on each side, and that error came on a play at third base. It was just a – no, was that the error? I think it was. Bobo not catching the ball at third, or was it a different one?
I'm not even sure when our error happened, actually. It might have been on that.
I think it was on Bobo not – it was a good throw. I think it was on him not catching the ball and it going past him. I guess technically it's a throwing error if it goes past them there.
Wait, no, this is David's game, isn't it?
This is David's game.
It would have been on the pickoff down the line.
Right. David overthrew first base. Or no, he spiked the ball towards first base. That's what the one error. But yeah, overall good defense. Like that was just a bad throw to first on a pickoff.
Yeah.
And Almond almost gets him on that last pickoff right there. That's number
Runner
4.
takes off.
Foul tip, runner going, but nothing for it. He's going to have to go back. Almond doesn't like that baseball.
Potential hit and run play there by Union, trying to get something going here in the last inning. Try to scratch across an insurance run before we go into the last inning in the bottom of the 7th.
Gave Almond a strike 2 there. Almond well ahead in the count now. Though, probably would throw it. Would you think he'd throw an off speed or try to get him with a fastball? Because the runner's probably going.
Yeah.
And on an off speed, well, there's another pickoff. On an off speed, it'd be easier for him to get to second versus if he blows fastball by him.
That is very true. But Almond is quick to the plate. He does an excellent job of mixing his holds, mixing his timing. He's got a very quick slide step, too, that's tough to run on. Plus, even if you go
that was slider, it looked like. That gets hit to right field. And surprisingly close throw to second. That would have been a force out.
I was just about to say, too, Almond's slider is definitely, even though it is a breaking pitch, it's definitely hard enough to give your catcher a shot on a throwdown. But looks like he hit that ball in the right field there.
Yeah, I think he left that slider a little too much middle, and he just hit it the other way. It's going away from the righty batter, so he had a chance to just push the ball, and he did. Now, runners on first and second. We got no outs. This is Sebastian Flores for his 4th AB of the day. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout and one of their 7 RBIs, 6 RBIs. One of them wasn't batted in. And there's a called strike in the outside half. That's a well-placed baseball right there.
You can see Bryan's infield shifting around there. Cade coming in from second base, crashing. Max got his infield running a bunt defense, anticipating a bunt here from Union.
Yeah. Corners right on the grass.
You can see Cade creeping in there again on the right side.
And a fake bunt. Was that a little low?
Yeah, it appears that ball was low.
1-1 count now on Flores. No, this is Aaron Barea. I don't know why. I guess Flores was the last batter. I looked at it right before it switched. Yeah, Flores is on first base. This is Aaron Barea. He's 1 for 1, I believe, a couple walks.
Yep.
And there's a foul tip off the bunt. Now 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's not the first time today that Union had their first 2 hitters in an inning get on base, and then the third hitter of the inning looks to bunt.
Yeah.
But with it being a 1-run game in the last inning, it makes a lot of sense as to why they're trying to get the bunt down.
If they can push 1 run across, it'd be big for them.
Now with 2 strikes here, I don't know if he'll square the bunt, though.
I think he might have – last inning, I think someone showed bunt with 2 strikes, I want to say. But maybe I'm misremembering. He's swinging, and that's going to go to the right side, just out of reach of the second baseman because he was playing over for the bunt defense. That will not score a run, but it hurts regardless. I think that's a routine grounder if we're in normal defensive spots.
Yeah, with 2 strikes there, Bryan, it appears that rather than having Cade crash with on that count, they had TC crash and try to have Cade covering the hole there, but
Yep.
that ball just got by him too. Great effort there by Cade, but
Yep.
now we got the bases loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, tough spot. We're trying to defend against the bunt, and it just doesn't work out where we are.
That's baseball sometimes. We switched up our rotation, they just having to hit them where they ain't.
It was a good piece of hitting, just putting it in the spot where we weren't.
With the bases loaded and nobody out too, it looks like Dante and Cade, the shortstop and second baseman, are in on the infield grass along with Bobo and TC on the corners.
Everybody in, so they're going for a play at home.
Yep.
They got to stop the run. 1-0 count. This is Logan Romasanta. He's 0 for 1 on the day, on the game.
Yep.
And the next pitch, above the zone, ball 2.
Yep. Force play everywhere, but Bryan's looking to get that first out at home, prevent Union from adding to their lead.
Yeah, we can't have a walk here though. 2-0 count.
Nope.
Those 2 pitches weren't very close. The 2-0.
There we go.
That's in for a called strike 1. There we go.
This is why we have Allman in the games.
Yep.
Big moment, big situation. He kind of worked himself into this here, but Allman's a competitor. He's a gamer. If there's anyone that we believe in to work out of this situation, it's him.
I don't know
Where
where
did
that
that
missed.
miss? I was about to say.
I don't think it did, but he didn't give him the call.
Well, he's got a different angle than we do.
Yeah,
From
score-
up here, that was disgusting.
It looked perfect. That looked like it started chest high and came all the way back across the knee high. Like it looked near perfect. Scoreboard had it wrong too. They actually had to reset their count. And that's a hard hit line drive that's going to be picked up on the ground and bobbled by the right fielder. And an awkward throw back in. 2 runs will score. Now a 9-6 ball game for Union.
And looks like Max coming out to.
Probably talk to him.
He's making a change.
You think he'll go straight to it?
Yeah, he just pointed down.
Oh, did he? I missed it.
Yeah.
Who would be coming in after Allman though?
Harrison Price.
Harry?
Is my guess. You got Harrison. You got Carson. Got Connor Carter as well.
That's right. I haven't seen Connor in a minute too.
Yeah.
Now a 3-run game.
That's Harry or Connor? I can't tell. Both of them got.
They both have long, darker hair.
Magnificent flow going on. I agree. I believe that is Harry.
That
though.
does look like Harry.
Harrison Price.
We'll find out in just a moment.
Now we do have.
I believe that is Harry. Yes.
That is Harry. Yep. What is it? Nobody out and runners on the corners.
Yep. I'm still reeling a little bit from that pitch before.
Yeah.
I think a 2-2 pitch there, we get a different outcome because he doesn't
Yeah.
throw the same thing.
Yeah, 2-2 count rather than a 3-run count. Could have been a different story, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
It happens. You don't always get the call.
Now, I will say, despite things not looking good here, we are down 3. There are some runners on. There are nobody out, but our offense is so good that no matter what the score is, we are never out of the game.
No. Especially not here.
Yep. So Harrison's just going to come in here, do his best to limit the damage, give our offense a chance, and we're going to battle as strong as we can in the
I
last
have
inning.
noticed one thing. If you look at the scoreboard, the runs and hits are 1-1 on both teams.
Oh, wow.
Which is not, and I think it's for completely different reasons.
Yeah,
I think we've probably given up too many free bases
a little bit.
as a team, and we've hit home runs for our runs.
Yeah.
I believe we've scored 5 off of home runs. A 2-run shot and a 3-run shot, and then I think we got like an RBI single earlier in the game. I can double check that. Yeah. Oh, Dryden home run, Lofton home run, Morton home run. No, all of our runs are off of home runs, which is the typical Bryan score.
Yep.
But if I look, double check,
Yeah, that's classic Bryan for you right there.
we've given up 7 walks. And they have 9 hits. 9 hits, 7 walks. That'll score 9 runs.
Yeah. For the most part, Bryan's pitchers have been doing an excellent
Yep.
job limiting damage, minimizing the impact that the base runners have had on bases. But, I mean, like you said, there was that home run to the left field that just snuck out.
Yeah.
And, hey, pitchers are doing what they can to get outs.
Well, 9-6 ball game. New runner or new pitcher in. It is going to be Harrison Price, and the first pitch is a called strike one. And now is he a sidearm or is he lower slot?
He's a lower slot kind of guy. Very similar to Luke in both how he pitches, the pitches that he has, and in fact in the situations that we use him in. Got a couple runners here in a tight spot. We need someone to come in and get soft contact, get some outs. That's what Harrison's here to do.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful. I think it was a slider that he just threw across the plate. Big swing and a miss right there. 0-2.
Now Harry does mix it up with an over-the-top arm slot, but he rarely does it. For the most part, about I'd say 90-95% of the time, he's going to be from down under with a sinker, slider, and a changeup.
1-2 count. That one missed towards the lefty batter's box. Brad having to dive over to get to it, keep it in front of him. Good job for Brad. A good effort. 1-2. This is Mason Kelly. He's 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and an RBI. Maybe we can get a third strikeout out of him right here.
You can see Harry right there getting ahead quickly, 0-2, and then go into that slider a couple times, trying to get the batter to chase out of the zone there.
And that one's
Good
popped
pitch.
up. That's
Pitch,
shallow.
Harry.
Not even leaving the infield. That's perfect. That'll be the first out of the inning on a pop out to the shortstop infield. Actually, did they call an infield fly? They probably.
No, they did not.
I moved my mic. Yeah, they didn't call an infield fly. That would have been an infield fly scenario, though.
Yeah.
2 runners on.
Now Harry's just one pitch away from getting out of this.
Yep.
And keeping
Something on the ground. We can roll 2, get out of the inning.
Keep the Union lead right at 3. Ooh.
That's a bunt, hard bunt down the line. He's going to tag him and does not have a chance to throw home. That will score a run. The bunt does what it intended. 2 outs now. Runner on second. 10-6 now for a Union.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play for TC over at first, regardless.
Yeah.
I think he did an excellent job just to make sure that we got an out on the play. Because first and second with 1 out is a lot worse than runner on second.
Yeah, I think if he even had a chance to make a play at home, he'd have to ignore the runner and throw it hard home. He'd have to actually.
Yeah, and I would need a perfect throw and a perfect tag too.
He'd have to hit him dead on. Catcher has to respond equally, basically perfectly to make the tag in time. It's not a force play.
Yep.
So I think best you can do there is just take the out, runner on second. You're at 2 outs. So now any routine play gets you out of the inning.
Yep.
So
now Union does have a 4-run lead now, but we're still within. Hey, 1 swing away.
Yeah, we put up 5 runs 1 inning. Why can't we do it again?
I agree.
Oh, that was a great pitch by Harrison. I guess it just missed off the plate.
I guess so. I thought that pitch caught the outside corner, but
the zone's been a little bit tight on the corners today, I feel like. And that one's coming from outside back in. There's a called strike. Was that called strike 2? Yes. 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner on second.
Harry doing a nice job there of mixing speeds.
Yep.
I think he came with probably a changeup the pitch before, and then came back there with a fastball. Looked like it surprised the hitter a little bit.
Yeah. And that one, was that a fastball or changeup? It's going the other way regardless. Something moving away from the plate. He missed off.
I believe that was his fastball. Now, his fastball and his changeup both have a lot of arm side run.
Yeah.
Just a difference in speed between the two.
Yep. And that one will run in and hit him on the full count pitch.
Yeah.
It's just another guy we can get on a routine play at this point.
Unfortunate there, but Lions did have a base open, and
Yep.
that runner on second stays at second.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have force play at any bag. Still 2 outs here.
Yep. Still 2 outs. This is Sammy Serrano. He's hitless this game so far. And that one's in the dirt.
Good stop,
Good block.
Brad.
Yeah, good block by Brad. Kept that in front of him. I was kind of hoping he'd run. I was really hoping we'd have somebody going to third on that.
Yeah, Brad would have hosed them for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, on your 16th inning of work on the day.
Yeah. Whew. It's a long day.
If anyone knows Brad, he's an absolute competitor out there.
A foul tip caught by Brad. Unfortunately, it was not 2 strikes. That'll just give us 1. Yeah, that's just the first strike of the at-bat.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been exciting into the inning if he hosed him over at third base.
That would have been great. Get some momentum going on our side.
Oh, yeah.
For the bottom
Momentum
half.
when you throw out a guy to end the inning.
Yeah.
That one's, I guess it missed low. I swear he's called that same pitch.
Yeah, Brad looked like he did. He hesitated a little bit throwing that ball back because he thought that pitch was a strike too.
Yeah. So that's 2-1, not 1-2. hitter advantage on this count. You think he's coming back fastball on that one?
It looks like
Yep.
he did with that pitch.
He
And that
did.
ball was also
Missed
just
outside.
a little bit off. Now Harry's all around the zone.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
not missing much. I think he's had one bad miss, and it was stopped by Brad regardless. 3-1 count now. Big swing and a miss. That was up at his eyes.
Yeah, he got tied up on that pitch. Good pitch from Harry there. Full count, 2 outs. Runners will more than likely be moving on this pitch now.
3-2 on Sammy Serrano. Harrison holding for a second. He will step off, take time. I think he was hoping that the runners would jump early, giving him a chance to by holding longer than normal.
Yep.
But does not get the jump there. Still 3-2. Guys at first and second. Middle infielders playing way back. And the payoff pitch. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. And that will get us out of the inning. 10-6 Union. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. A chance for the Lions to walk it off. And we'll be back. Bottom of the 7th, Lions up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back. Bottom of the 7th inning. This is the final inning of work for this game, unless we go into extras. The 7-inning game. Bottom of the 7th inning, leading off for the Lions, we have Dante Morton. And Morton's last at bat was a monster shot. Cleared the batting cage entirely over in left center field. And the first pitch to him is a called. Was that not called a strike?
I guess not. I thought that was called a strike, but the scoreboard, no, it was called a strike.
Okay, they fixed it. Yeah, called strike 1. That one's going to be, is that a grounder, pop-up? And it lands fair. Oh, man.
Bounces foul.
It bounced foul. That would have been, that would have been an infield single.
Yep, with Dante's speed.
Easily an infield single.
Smart play there by Union to let that ball bounce foul.
He was almost at first by the time it landed. But just an 0-2 count now on Dante. On the mound for Union is Jackson Clark for his second inning of work. He threw only 13 pitches last inning, so he had plenty of strength left in him to come back out. Now he is facing a few righty batters in a row. We got a grounder over to the shortstop, taking on the second hop. Throw over to first, plenty of time. That'll be the first out of the inning. Unfortunately, a routine play. We got a pinch hitter in for Bradley Prince. This will be Jackson Smith. He started game 1. He was not in this game. Devin Ogg was in for him. And we got a big fly ball to right side. Looks like it's going to go foul. Pretty far, though. That would have been an easy double if he'd hit it fair. Just a little bit late on it. But yeah, freshman Jackson Smith.
Yep, true freshman with that, too.
Yeah, true freshman. 0-1 count on Jackson. Oof. And that one's a kind of half swing. He was really just trying to pull the ball.
Yeah, Jackson was probably sitting on a heater there and probably got an off-speed pitch. But
yep.
Now with 2 strikes, he can shorten up and battle here with put a ball in play with 2 strikes.
0-2 count on Jackson Smith. And a big swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3, out number 2.
Back-to-back curveballs there from
Yeah.
Clark, Jackson Clark.
Clark now, that's his second strikeout in this outing for him. And batting for the Lions, center fielder Daniel Dryden. He is one of the other two guys who have hit a home run, other than Morton, who led off. Whew, that one just missed off the plate.
Good take there from Dryden.
Yeah, very good take by Dryden. I don't know how he held off. I guess it is the first pitch, so he didn't have to hit it. It wasn't super meaty, if that's a way to put it. That one's a kind of ugly swing from Dryden. Ran inside, and he tried to stop a swing and didn't. 1-1 on Dryden. This hasn't updated yet. I don't. What is Dryden on the day? He is 1 for 2 so far this game. That one's outside ball 2.
Dryden had that home run in the left field earlier in the game.
Yep.
And just been having great at bats all day.
I think he's walked twice, I believe, this game.
Seeing the ball well, not chasing pitches.
That one's in the dirt, ball 3.
Another 3-1 count for Dryden.
3-1 count for Dryden. And the last two have gone pretty well for him.
Now, the scheduled hitter for the Lions is Alex Rollins, but we can see Jack Hartman is in the on-deck circle. He'll more than likely pinch hit for Rollins here.
And that one is outside, ball 4. They didn't give Dryden a chance to repeat what he did earlier. Kind of pitched around him there. And then we got another pinch hitter, the second one in just a couple of batters. This will be Jack Hartman. He's also a true freshman, I believe.
Yes.
True freshman catcher.
Yep. Yes, indeed, he is. Jack made his catching debut actually in Cumberland a couple games ago. So not today, but I believe it would have been Monday. Jack caught his first game of his collegiate career
this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one's inside off the catcher's mitt. Runner going to second. Dryden has plenty of speed, and he's in there standing up. That wasn't even the wildest pitch. Dryden just got a great jump and is way faster than a lot of guys.
Yeah, great heads up running there from Dryden. That ball just kicked away from the catcher, but he's locked into the game. He's able to take second base on that. Now Jack has a chance to drive him in.
He sure does. A 1-0 count on Jack. That one's in the dirt outside. 2-0 count. I feel like that pitcher is really amping it up. At least on that last pitch. I felt like he tried to hum that one in there. Maybe got a little frustrated with the wild pitch. 2-0. That one's in. Called strike 1. Outside half. Pretty well placed pitch. Not what Jack's looking for when he's ahead.
No, when you're up 2-0, you can afford to be a little bit picky. And Jack's looking for a pitch he can do some damage on. Or at least do something where he can get Cook up to bat and keep this game going.
Something he can essentially guarantee a hit on. He's looking for that kind of pitch. And that was it, but he swung and missed. Was he a little early on that?
It looked like that. A little bit early. And now we're down to our last strike.
2-2 on Jack Hartman. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs, 2-2 count. And the pitch. Check swing, did he go? He did not go. Deep breath. I thought he might get rung up regardless.
Good take there from Jack.
That was a close pitch.
That was close, but you'd hate to see the game end on a check swing.
Absolutely hate to see it in there. 3-2. I don't think the umpire wanted to see it in there either. The payoff pitch, foul back into the net. Good job by Hartman to keep it going.
Good battle from Jack.
That wasn't his pitch.
Nope, but he did just enough to stay alive there.
He did exactly what he needed to, bar actually getting a hit. That's the only better option, I would say, for that. Still 3-2. And a payoff pitch. Hit to right center field. Hit pretty well. And they can't decide who's going to catch it. That will drop between the two outfielders. Jack is going to second base. A run will score. I don't think either of them got a glove on it. I think that's a hit.
That should be a hit.
I believe that'll be a double.
And if that is a double, I believe that is Jack's first hit in college.
Is it his first college hit? Wow. First college hit will come in. Will cut the lead down to 3 runs, 10-7. Still 2 outs. At batting next, a great clutch hitter, Cade Cook. He's come in an equally tight scenario. First series of the season and hit a home run that probably sealed his spot in the lineup.
Absolutely. 10th inning against IU Southeast a few weeks ago. down by a run. Cade Cook comes in and hits an absolute no-doubter over the batting cage in left center. But he can get on. That'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Tying run, and who's after Cade?
Looks like Cade Cahoon's on
Cade
deck.
Cahoon, our trustworthy guy to have at the plate. That was it. Was that a called strike one?
On the swing.
Okay.
And I will say that's the third guy that Clark now has gotten to get a check swing on that off-speed pitch. So
Yeah.
he must have a pretty decent curveball there.
It must look really nice from the box.
Yeah.
0-1 count on Cade. That one's a swing and a miss. That had to be off speed too, based on
Yeah,
the
he
swing.
looked like he went back to that same pitch there.
It was a really hesitant swing. I would doubt that he's going to throw a fastball here.
Hey, maybe Cook's trying to set him up here. Who knows?
Give him an ugly swing, so he'll throw it again. Here it is. Same pitch. No. And it called strike three.
Cook.
I guess it was on the
disagreed with
inside half to the umpire. That will be out number 3 in the final out of the game. Final score, Union 10, Lions 7. Union 10 on 9 hits, an error. Bryan 7 runs on 7 hits and 1 error. And that is it for game 2. And for this stream, we'll be back. I'm not sure if it's Friday or Saturday. There is a game 3 coming, barring weather.
The tentative plan right now is Game 3 will be Saturday at 1 p.m. It is not confirmed, so I will. You should probably double check. Anyone listening with social media or whatever, but 1 p.m. Saturday is the tentative plan as of now from the word in the dugout.
And if you have notifications on YouTube, you can turn that on now. If you hit the bell, but you turn notifications on, you will see when we go live. So either Friday or Saturday, whenever it is, you should get notification from YouTube. That is it for this game and for today. We will see y'all next time on the Bryan Live.